Welcome in, everybody. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sam Spade Tech. I'm Sam Spade. I'll be your host. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. Today is April 24th, 2026. Our year of the Lord, April 24th. 2026. What's everybody doing out there today? Happy Friday, guys. Don't really have a plan today, so I'm just gonna chop it up with you guys, whatever's good. Let me know if you guys have an idea for videos for me to watch today. Otherwise, I just like to go down and watch some of these tech videos and add my opinion and comments on them. So that's what we're going to do today. I really should plan to do some more long form videos, but I don't like to do that while I'm streaming. But I love streaming. I've been doing it for like almost 2 years now. Maybe more than that, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it's been 3 years at least. That's right. It's been over 3 years. Have met a lot of cool people, had a lot of fun doing it. I thoroughly enjoy it. I don't want to say I'm well versed or a master by any means of live streaming, but I've learned an awful lot on ins and outs of OBS and live streaming tips and tricks. So if you guys have any questions about live streaming, or you're trying to get into live streaming, check out some of my videos. I've got some great tips on running OBS and the like. So anyway, let's see what is out there on the tech world. Bloomberg Tech. So I was just looking up the recent tech news. So Apple CEO transition. I don't know if I want to watch Bloomberg necessarily. That's probably all very highly moderated. And let's see, float plane. The road ahead. Yeah, so Tim Cook is out as the CEO over at Apple. Tim Cook is out, and they put in, I don't even know this guy's name, but they put a new guy, the Turnus? Turnus? Tim Turnus? Is that right? Yeah, not much tech news out there, it looks like. Next to that, I know Apple just dropped the latest Neo laptop. We reviewed that a little bit ago. China's embarrassing failure. Copycat ends in disaster. Really? They attempted to reverse engineering of... Really? How'd they do that? Let's take a look at
Word
this.
documents. That's it. I format them.
Merp. How's everybody doing out there today, April 24th, 2024? Let's take a look at this.
China's tech sector made headlines again for the wrong reason.
Oh boy.
According to several market intelligence firms, a deep ultraviolet lithography machine, or DUV,
Yes, so this is one of the machines that they
sector made
use.
headlines again for the wrong reason. According to several market intelligence firms, a deep ultraviolet lithography.
So ultraviolet lithography, that is what they use to make semiconductors and computer processors, all types of processors. Not just computer processors, but apparently China is trying to reverse engineer one of these. So what I want to know is, how did they get their hands on one of these?
Machine, or DUV, a critical piece of equipment used in chip manufacturing, suddenly broke down at a semiconductor plant in China.
Okay.
Because the machine is extremely expensive and considered the heart of the production line, Chinese engineers urgently contacted the Dutch supplier ASML, asking them to send a technical team for on-site repair. But what happened next caught everyone by surprise. When the ASML engineers arrived, they discovered the machine, worth more than 100 million yuan, hadn't failed due to aging or misuse. It had been taken apart by the Chinese engineers themselves. A WeChat account called Jidao reported
It had been taken apart.
on October 20th that when ASML engineers examined the equipment, they found it severely damaged. Key modules were misaligned, lenses were scratched, the vacuum chamber was leaking, and some sensors were burned out because of faulty wiring. The report said lithography machines are extremely complex, made up of thousands of precision parts. Some core components are black box designs that permanently lock or destroy themselves if disassembled without
No way. Black box designs. That's crazy. I didn't know that. So they're really keeping tight wraps on this technology. Black box design, so it destroys itself if you even try to open it.
components are black box designs that permanently lock or destroy themselves if disassembled without authorization.
Brazilla! Why freaking Lumia once again? Brazilla's here! Welcome in, Brazilla. So we got the song, but no Godzilla. What happened? That's weird. Let me check my overlays real quick. Brazilla is here, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in. Welcome in, buddy. It's still there. I don't know. What the? That's weird. Lumia updates and all hell breaks loose. Alerts are there. I don't know. What's up, Brazilla? You were just thinking about me. Well, here I am. I'm looking at this video. So, were you? I forget if you were here when we watched the video on how semiconductors are made or how processors are made, basically. This is the ASML machine, ultraviolet lithography, right? So China had one on lease and they disassembled it because they were trying to figure out what makes it tick, right? Because they want to make their own. Good luck. This is crazy technology, obviously. Probably the highest technology we have, right? Because processors run everything. But when the engineers silicon to damn thing. Silicon to damn thing. Okay. Yeah, no, and I can't remember if you were here when we watched the video for lithography, you know? Um, like on how processors are made, but that was crazy. That was a good video. Anyway, the one in China broke down, allegedly, and so these guys, they had to call ASML in Denmark, I think. That's where the company is. And the engineers came out and said, this looks like it's been taken apart, like it's been tampered with or whatever. And they just said, the narrator just said, some of the components are black box design. So they're so top secret that if you try to open them, the components will essentially nuke themselves. They'll just okay. None of my buttons are working. Unbelievable. What the hell, Lumia? Lumia is failing me today. What is up, Lumia? How dare you? Mode effects is on. Are any of my, hang on, I gotta test this. Are any of my, no.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
That one's working, but that's not this one. Yeah, so the HUD effects, it seems like none of the Lumia ones are actually working. Unbelievable, folks. So yeah, anyway, China's in trouble for that because a bunch of these components allegedly black boxed themselves and destroyed themselves. You know what it could be? WebSocket settings, maybe. What? Oh, thank you for the hearts. You said see Discord and mute audio is playing a song in the background. Oh, the video? The video is? All right, hang on a second. I'm trying to see if maybe Lumia has the wrong socket settings, which I'm guessing it does because nothing seems to be working. Oh, it's about your project. Okay, give me 1 second, dude. That's all correct. How isn't this working? Yeah. Let me watch it after I finish this one. Hey, yo. Cat Spade says hi. Hi, Cat. How you doing, honey? Bear with me, guys. The frickin' Lumia does not seem to be working, and Cat is calling me. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna be right back. One of life's great mysteries, OBS, Lumia stream, and live streaming. But hey, hate yo face just distro hopped, logged back in to Kick for the first time. Search for people using Linux tag. Here I am. Hey guy, hate your face. Welcome in. Welcome in, bud. Speaking of hating face, Frank back here is hungry. Yeah, we did do some distro hopping a couple months back, but this is my tech channel. I'm not a tech professional, but I am an enthusiast. So we did some distro hopping a few months ago. A lot of fun. We tested out a bunch of different distros. I still have yet to jump into a full 30-day Linux challenge on my main PC. But because like I live stream everything, so we were distro hopping on my mini PC to kind of sort of get the feet wet and you know, feel out the installation procedures and things like that. And we only nuked the computer twice, so not bad, not bad. So, but yeah, man, how long you been on Linux? Oh, good. So you fully committed 6 months ago, never happier. Good. What Brazilla is another Linux enthusiast. He is running Kubuntu, right? No, you're running Ubuntu. I forget. I think Ivy was running Kubuntu, or I forget who it was. I forget who it was. Yeah, you're running Ubuntu. Um, a couple people were running Kubuntu. James the Gorilla Tag guy. What's up, James? Uh, but yeah, so which distro are you running? But yeah, like I said, guys, I'm having issues with Lumia, so I don't know. I just asked him. I don't know which version he's running. But yeah, I think on my mini PC right now, we're either running Kubuntu or what was the other one? Nobara? I think I was running Nobara for a while. I don't know. We were distro hopping there. We were all over the place. All over the place. But yeah, so I'm not a tech professional, but I'm a tech enthusiast, like a lot of people out there. And I love playing around with this stuff, installing different distros, installing different operating systems. I highly recommend a custom distro of Windows 11, because they just found out too that Windows Defender was giving a bunch of false positives or false errors to a bunch of Dell computers, saying that the BIOS was hacked or something like that, and that they needed to update their BIOS, but it was a false positive. But anyway, another reason that, yeah, we don't use Defender. We don't have any of that crap around here. Yeah, but it was a false positive. So it was actually Defender that was to blame because the BIOS was fine, but the way it was reading it, one of their databases wasn't updated or something to that effect. I don't know. But yeah, guys. So Lumia, if you're looking for any of the cool commands, the Lumia just doesn't seem to be working today. Um, Cache, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Pika OS. Okay. Yeah, don't think I've tried Pika. Definitely going to be running Pika OS for this foreseeable future. Okay. Yeah, Cache OS was one of the nicer ones that we ran. We did run that one for a while. We ran Cache OS. I think they just updated it. But yeah, guys, Linux is really gaining speed. And Microsoft is partially to blame for all of that. So a lot of people are hating all of the things that Microsoft has been pushing onto the users that nobody asked for. Okay, Pika has all the gaming tweaks that Cache OS has, but it's Debian based. Ah, Debian, Debian. Is it Debian or Debian? One of the two. But yeah, so as of late, we just get on here, we shoot the breeze, we chop it up, and talk about Debian. Got it. Debian. We chop it up, talk tech, talk all sorts of things. Hey, thank you for the follow. Thank you. Um, yeah, we like to chop it up. I'll react to some of these tech videos that I see online, or any video really. We've been jumping around. But I don't know, like if you guys have any suggestions of what you'd like to see or what we'd like to try, I'd like to fix my Lumia stream. Let me try just closing Lumia. Sometimes that works. I'm gonna close it, open it back up, see if that fixes it. Dink, dink. Uncheck and check. You selected. Could be voice. Oh, they got voice commands. Maybe that's still not fixed. Recently dumped KDE Plasma, even went to GNOME. Okay. Yeah, we did try a couple of the KDEs. I don't mind Plasma. I don't mind Plasma. I like it. Yeah. So yeah, Lumia is not working. It might be a tweak or something that they've got to fix. Yeah. Yeah. But again, like if Microsoft would just focus on making their OS better, people might look into, you know, their AI stuff or their Office stuff, but they're so focused on just um pushing subscription stuff. Wish the Princess Fit Girl drops support for Linux. Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's the problem. They can't at this point. They're gonna have to though, and they're realizing it. So as of late, they have realized how bad they've fucked up, and they realize nobody wants their AI stuff, right? But they're kind of committed at this point. So they shot themselves in the foot. They've dumped so much money into this AI, their co-pilot stuff, that they really can't back out of it in a good way. And they're finally realizing, because they're losing users to Linux, they're realizing like, oh shit, maybe we should have fixed our OS and listened to the customers from the beginning. Too little, too late, I think. But you know, hopefully one day. And like I said, I run a custom version of Windows. Right. That's the problem, is they forced it into the OS and made it intrusive, and like Hate Your Face was saying, made it so that they can harvest your data. So really the AI and it was Copilot, and what was the other one? Recall, like scrubbing your computer hard drive, trying to find any information over, and so that they can sell it. Yeah, recall should be illegal. Yeah. Yeah, it definitely should be illegal. But again, it's one of those things where when you click, I accept these terms, I'm sure it's all in the terms. If you want to use our OS, guess what? We're gonna spy on you. And a lot of people, yeah, just like your dad, he swapped over to Casio OS. Yeah, and I think that's the problem really that Linux is having, is when people are like, oh, I should just switch to Linux. And then they look it up and there's like 60 or 70 different distros, and they're like, I don't know what to do. Word and Excel. Yeah, but there's open alternatives for those. Yeah, I mean, even Google Docs. You can use Google Docs. They have an Excel version, but there is LibreOffice and then OpenOffice, or two of them. Yeah, yeah. There's LibreOffice and OpenOffice. Those are really, really good. So what you just kind of have to look at what you use in Office the most. Like, what do you use, and what can you not get rid of, right? I know, I know, I hear you. But again, like everything's just getting more and more expensive, right? So we've canceled pretty much all of our subscription services because food is getting out of hand. Food and gas and everything else is just getting crazy. Excuse me. You use what? MAS? Oh, your home lab. What do you mean you host it? Yeah, sorry, all that is, I'm not picking up what you're putting down. But I mean, there's alternatives, but yeah, I'm gonna be canceling my Adobe subscription probably next month, but I think our old girl, Fit Girl, could probably help me out. But if she doesn't, you know, there's alternatives out there. Affinity is now free. And again, that would take a learning curve, but I'll use Affinity if I have to. But yeah, right now it's only 20 bucks a month because I got it on the student plan. But I think the regular price is like 80 bucks a month or something like that. It's ridiculous for Adobe, you know. And there's free alternatives out there that you can use, you know. You can get the stuff done. Oh, okay, okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Jellyfin. Yeah, I've heard of Jellyfin, and then I also just recently set up the Plex server. Yeah, yeah, replaces Netflix, right. I just set up a Plex server because it was pretty easy and the TV already had, yeah, I get that. People, you know, people said the same thing online. Jellyfin's much better, but Plex is just easier. Jellyfin takes a lot of time to set up, from what I understand, and um, Plex just works. Plus the TV. I don't know if the TV has a Jellyfin app. Oh, you get the movies for free on Jellyfin? Okay. Is that right? I mean, I get some of the movies I can get for free. I don't know about all of them, you know. But I ain't worried about it. Yeah, that's the thing. It's a home server, so you have to download the stuff. You got to find it, download it. Right, right. It's the same as Plex. And so we just added Plex because we were paying, I think it was, yeah, right, Pirate Time. We were paying like, I think $5 a month for Disney Plus, and then it expired so that it went up to like 25 or $30 a month. Arr. So we're just like, forget that, dude. Like, we've got the DVDs, so I just ripped a bunch of the Disney DVDs and we made our own Disney Plus. It's just for our son anyway, because like he just watches Disney movies, you know, or cartoons or the Minions. He likes the Minions and the freaking uh Pixar. He loves all the Pixar stuff. So, anyway, yeah, I've heard Jellyfin was a much better server. Am I AI? I might just be. What if we were all AI? Everybody says this is a simulation. And DNA is just tightly wrapped code, isn't it? Bum, 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 bum. Brain is overloading. That's does not compute. What distro am I currently running? I think it's either CachyOS or Kubuntu on the mini PC. Right now, on both of my computers, I have Windows 11, but this is a custom version of Windows 11, so this is Ghost Spectre. Let me see. Which it doesn't really show here. So it's just 24H2. Windows 11, is it IoT Enterprise LTSC. So I got the Windows 11, there you go. Windows 11 LTSC, but it is Ghost Spectre. So it's all, what do you call it? A custom distro of Windows, essentially. Yeah. Yeah. Internet of Things edition. Yeah. Yeah. Where's my settings? Oh, there it is. Doi. But yeah, so this one, all updates are paused until 2077. So we ain't getting any updates in here at all. Yeah, no bloatware. No bloatware, no Copilot. Let's see. No bloatware, no Copilot, no nothing. It's just and I have not had any hiccups with it. Again, I do it primarily because of the streaming. Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah. And that's kind of how Spectre is, where I mean it doesn't auto format, so you still have to select the drive and format it. And no, I haven't tried streaming on Linux just yet. That's the reason why, because I've been streaming on Windows. Yes, China's embarrassing failure. So I've primarily been streaming on Windows for the last 3 years, and then it's just a process to find the right distro. Then again, I got to partition my drive again, and then install the distro that we decided to go with, which I think, oh, 12 o'clock. Sorry, I got to take a quick break because these cats are not going to shut up now that the alarm went off. So, but talk amongst yourselves, guys. I'll be right back. I know. You hear him? Meow. I don't know if you can hear him. Meow. I'll be right back, guys. We're back. Yeah, the cats are kind of on a freaking regimented food schedule every 4 hours. They're older too, so we gotta like feed them canned food by hand. We used to have like those automated feeders. Yeah, mine's always busy. Yeah, so we feed them like every 4 hours or so. Yeah, that's Pavlov's was it Pavlov's law or reaction? Something. My cat always thinks he's the guy. Yes, cats always do. You're gonna call from animal rescue. Oh, so I can get a German Shepherd. Are they? Is it like a? Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I see. Okay. So the animal rescue rescued a German Shepherd, and they want to go view your home to make sure it's suitable for the German Shepherd, is what I understand. Right. Right. Correct. That's okay. Yep. Got it. Well, that's good. That's a good rescue then. They know what they're doing. So, Brazilla, I didn't know you had a cat. But yes, all cats think that they are superior to humans. Yeah, that's Pavlov's is it not it's not Pavlov's law, but it's like the reaction, Pavlov's reaction or something like that, where he would ring a bell for the food or before dinner time, he'd ring a bell and then all he had to do was ring the bell and then the dog's mouth would immediately start to water. Well, I have a few alarms for their food time. Yeah, yeah, Pavlov's experiment, right? Uh, so I have a few alarms on my phone. So now, like, every time my alarm goes off, they immediately start crying more incessantly because they know it's lunchtime or it's dinner time. Then they really ramp it up. So, yeah. But what else we got? That's about it. Yeah, so to get back to the streaming question, I have yet to attempt to stream on, what do you call it? On Linux. So it's a lot of setup. It's kind of annoying. I can just transfer my setup here that I'm using on Windows. I should be able to transfer it to the Linux over here on my mini PC and then stream for a few days on my mini PC, and then I'll have to rewire everything up over here on my main PC so that way we'll be able to show like what's going on. It's not a big deal, but it's going to be a little bit of work and I just haven't done it yet. And we've got a 3-year-old, so it's like it's going to take a little bit of prep time because I got to also hook up my monitors into. Yeah, I know. It's a pain. It's a pain in my ass. Right, right. So, and yeah, I mean, I could do it in the afternoon, but honestly, just transferring everything over to the streaming stuff over to Linux on that one. Actually, I could probably just leave because I do have Windows on that side. So I could just stream from Windows on there because the main thing is showing me installing Linux onto my main rig. So that way we can do the 30-day challenge and then I'll be streaming from the mini PC But yeah, it's a pain in the ass. I'm lazy. What can I say? I'm just being lazy. I'm just making excuses. The only issue is like I wish I could do all that while I am streaming, but I can't because I'm streaming. So I can't really turn the stream off and switch between the two. It's a pain in the ass. But anyway, we were getting back. We can continue watching this video here. China apparently tried to reverse engineer a lithography machine. Suffice it to say, it's not going well. So let's continue on, shall we? You get a KVM. What's KVM? Oh, you're talking about a switch, like a. Oh, so, yeah, and you asked me a question earlier. Was I homeschooled? No, I went to school. Right. Nice. Okay. That's the other issue I was thinking about. Is that the drivers and stuff for Linux might be an issue on the main rig. Setting up the stream, so also having to figure out my stream settings. Stream settings might change a little bit, but not a huge deal. I'm sure I can figure it out. So,
making them nearly impossible to fix. Geopolitical analyst Brandon Waitchert commented that this incident reveals China's ambition to break through Western technology restrictions by...
There it is, lithography. So that's ultraviolet light beaming the negative of microprocessor onto a wafer. Wild.
Attempting to reverse.
Wild. The most advanced technology we have, and China's just like, yeah,
engineer.
We could probably do it.
But the effort ended in complete failure.
Oh, yeah.
He went on to explain that Chinese engineers took the risk of dismantling an older DUV lithography machine because they were desperate to overcome U.S. sanctions and the ongoing technology blockade. Unable to purchase the newest models, they tried to study the machine's inner workings, but the experiment turned into what he called a self-destructive failure. He said that though it's unknown whether ASML ever completed the repairs, it's unlikely that the Dutch company will honor a maintenance contract when the customer has tampered with the machine. China is now facing increasingly strict export controls on DUV lithography systems. Since September 2023, the Dutch government has required ASML to apply for special licenses to export certain immersion-type DUV machines to China. In 2024, the restrictions expanded even further. More importantly, the new rules not only limit the export of entire machines, but also cover maintenance, technical support, and the replacement of key components. This means that even if the machines are already inside China, future repairs could be blocked. This move is essentially an extension of the U.S.-led semiconductor export control framework. The U.S. and its allies have long banned the export of the most advanced EUV lithography machines to China. Now even DUV models are gradually being restricted, creating what analysts call a full-spectrum blockade from high-end to mid-range technology. On October 23rd, according to one U.S. official and 3 people familiar with the matter, the Trump administration is considering a new export control measure, targeting a wide range of software-driven products headed to China. From laptops to jet engines, all are potentially included in the next round of restrictions. According to Reuters, while this plan is not the only option, it would effectively fulfill the warning Trump issued on October 10th to restrict the export of critical software to China by limiting the export of products containing U.S. software or those produced using U.S. software. On October 22nd, when asked by reporters whether the U.S. was considering software export restrictions to China, Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent confirmed that all options are on the table. In the interview, Bessent also mentioned that China had recently imposed export controls on rare earths, not only on the U.S., but on the entire world. Therefore, if the U.S. were to take export restriction measures against China, Whether related to software, engines, or other critical areas, it would likely be coordinated with G7 partners. On October 9th, the Chinese Ministry of Commerce announced plans to expand rare earth export control. This immediately
Yeah.
triggered strong backlash from the US and European countries.
I think is that it? Like they're just talking about import-export stuff right now, but where's the lithography
China,
stuff?
with restrictions on deep ultraviolet equipment, or DUV, also tightening. With rising tensions, China DUV systems may soon face the risk of a supply cut. Brandon Weichert stated that Beijing is becoming increasingly desperate as its economy slows, and this signifies that the Chinese government is encountering unexpected obstacles. Since the coronavirus outbreak, Xi Jinping's regime has remained fragile.
Echo, hey man, how you doing? Echo.
Weichert also noted that the damage caused by tech restrictions is greater than initially anticipated, and all of this suggests that if China cannot control the economic or technological sectors, it may seek to impose control in the military domain. Of imitating and stealing technology is well known, which is why Western countries remain highly cautious and protective when dealing with China's technological development. Over the past 2 decades, various methods have been exposed, ranging from cyber attacks and corporate espionage to forced technology transfers in joint ventures. This behavior has not only made many countries cautious, but also directly led the US and its allies to establish stricter export control systems. One of the most representative cases is the development of China's domestically produced C919 aircraft. On the surface, it appears to be a self-developed national industry project, but multiple international security reports indicate serious concerns about technology theft. Several Western suppliers of components for the C919, including engine manufacturers and electronic control system suppliers, were targeted by cyber attacks from China during the development phase. The hacker group called Turbine Panda has
Yeah, looks like a Boeing. I know. Why didn't they mention like, okay, it looks like they ripped it off, but then they don't say like the plane looks exactly like a Boeing or whatever,
been
whatever.
linked to Chinese National Security
But yeah,
Agency
it's probably a Boeing 747 or something like that.
and specializes in infiltrating the servers of
And they
companies in
probably
the
call it
aerospace
a
manufacturing sector. Their
Boomerang
goal is to steal sensitive
477.
materials such as turbine blade designs, engine control software, and process flow documents. Investigators believe these materials were later used to improve the C919 engine's control system, allowing China to bypass some of the core technology barriers that have long been restricted.
Oh,
This incident represents more than
C919.
just hardware theft. It's a systemic replication of the entire engineering ecosystem. Another significant case that shook Silicon Valley involved the leak of core artificial intelligence algorithms. In 2024, the U.S. Department of Justice former Google engineer Ling Wei-ding, accusing him of secretly transferring company internal materials
I'm not
to his
sure if
personal
that's what
accounts
it
while also
means.
working part-time for a Chinese AI company.
I'm
According
not
to the
sure.
indictment, Ling
That could
Wei-ding
just be
downloaded
that could just be a number nomenclature, but that's a good question.
more than 1,000 files over several months, including AI model architectures, chip computing frameworks, and server control programs, all key technologies that support Google's AI ecosystem. Prosecutors noted that his actions not only threatened America's leadership in AI, but also gave Chinese companies direct access to the world's most advanced algorithms and system designs. In other words, this was a classic case software-driven technology theft.
Yeah, unfortunately, and was it just Claude? How do you say that? Claude code just like dumped its entire source code randomly like a week ago. I'm sure China was all over that.
The stolen materials were not physical chips, but the soul of the entire intelligence system. This is why the US and its allies continue to escalate export controls, placing products containing US software or produced using US software on the restricted lists. Ironically, China's Ministry of Commerce has repeatedly expressed dissatisfaction with other countries' export controls. They criticize the Dutch government's decision as disrupting Sino-Dutch cooperation and the stability of global supply chains. They call for respect.
Yeah. I can't tell anymore. See, like here.
Replicating mature products to understand their internal structure, functional principles, and manufacturing processes. It is often seen as a shortcut for technological breakthroughs, but in some ways, it's also a denial of one's own innovation capacity, often seen in problems. The article notes that reverse engineering involves dismantling, analyzing, and replicating mature products to understand their internal structure.
Yeah, like, oh my God. I don't know how you would even begin to reverse engineer something like this. Like, it's insane that they would even think that they could do that.
Functional principles and manufacturing processes. It is often seen as a shortcut for technological breakthroughs, but in some ways, it's also a denial of one's own innovation capacity, because when you can only
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I heard. Like it just randomly was like, here you go.
only dismantle others' achievements, you're already at the starting point of imitation.
Here's my
In
source code.
1993, engineers at Shenyang Machine Tool Factory dismantled a German DMG 5-axis machine and found a telling inscription on the spindle bearing. Measuring is destruction. Initially, the engineers did not understand its meaning. However, after they followed their plan and measured, then reassembled the machine, its precision dropped by 30%.
Just by taking it apart and putting it back together, the precision dropped 30%.
This was not a coincidence, but a deliberate anti-reverse engineering mechanism set by the German manufacturer. Once the parts were measured or disassembled without authorization, the key internal components would automatically misline or lock, rendering the machine incapable of restoring its original performance. Japan's Mazak uses a similar defense strategy. Its high-end machine tools are equipped with anti-tamper electronic fences. If the machine detects excessive vibration, or if key components are displaced by more than 10 centimeters, the system automatically locks or even scraps the equipment. In other words, even if the machine is dismantled, only the external appearance can be studied, while the core technology remains encrypted and inaccessible. A troubling example involves a Chinese company attempting to replicate a German high-precision ball screw. A ball screw is a critical transmission component in machine tools, automation equipment, and CNC systems, converting rotary motion into precise linear motion. The term German high-precision ball screw refers to top-tier products made by German manufacturers, who are known for their extremely high precision and rigorous machining processes. Although the Chinese company's imitation of the German ball screw achieved an impressive measurement accuracy of 0.001 millimeters, the lifespan of the assembled product was only 1/10 of the original. Later, it was discovered that the German manufacturer added a trace of yttrium, only 1/1,000,000th of a percent, which boosted the wear resistance of the steel by 300%. This hidden knowledge in the material mix could not be fully replicated using a spectrometer. This illustrates that real technological barriers are often hidden in subtle details that are hard to see and harder to touch. Meanwhile, Japan's FANUC has an industrial
So it's not just how it looks, it's what it's made of as well.
art-level quenching process for its guide rails. Guide rails are core components in machine tools or automation equipment. They carry the slide table and slide blocks in linear motion. Their precision, wear resistance, and stability directly affect the processing quality and lifespan of the entire machine.
Right.
The quenching process is a key step in metal heat treatment, heating steel to an austenitizing temperature, holding it, and then rapidly cooling it to form a martensitic or binetic structure. This offers high hardness, strength, and wear resistance.
Imagine.
So I'm gonna stop this video just because, like, it's a good video, but they were jumping all over the place. Like, the main point of the video was the embarrassing Chinese failure attempted to reverse engineer, but then they were like jumping all over the place with sanctions and blah blah blah. Yeah, it's related, but I just wanted to see what it was about. I wanted to know more about what they did to reverse engineer, and they just kind of like sporadically sprinkled details throughout the entire video. So, anywho, you guys got any other videos you want to make? Oh, Discord. Hang on, let me open Discord. Oh yeah, last time we were looking at camper models too. Okay, so you said this one, but turn the music down. This one? Oh no, that's safe drinking water. Which one? This one? Hang on. I said to turn that down. Okay. You got OBS running, I see. Is this the... Okay. So this is your eye scan, your iris scan. And this is your AI thing, right? Now, did you develop this whole tool, or this is the CVAT? Waiting for a response. What are we looking at here? Waiting for a response. Okay. Gotcha. And you've probably mentioned that to me before. Nice. Good stuff. That's what you're working on right now? You own nothing. Mm-mm. Did you guys ever see this? The line. Oh my God, it failed already.
What would you tell a man who only performs?
You can't tell me. I thought it to learn my subject knowledge for my project. I thought it to learn my subject knowledge. And it is succeeding. Oh, good. Good.
November, several news reports from around the world surfaced, all pointing to one thing. Saudi Arabia had stopped construction on its most ambitious mega project, the line. Tens of billions have already been spent, entire landscapes have been reshaped.
Did you guys see
thousands of
this?
people
The
have been
line?
displaced. Was it all for nothing?
Yeah, it was for nothing, apparently.
Hey, my name's Luis, and today we're breaking down where things go from here. And we'll also see what that means for the rest of NEOM and the 2034 World Cup.
Did you guys ever see
The line,
this?
as it is right now, isn't moving forward the way it was just a few years ago. After years of promotional videos and massive excavation works, construction on the project has effectively stalled. And there are many good reasons why it has eventually come to this point. Originally envisioned as a
Yeah, look at
170
that.
kilometer
All the way across the freaking continent, or the country.
linear megacity,
Like almost all the way across it. Why? Why would you do that? Just, I don't understand that. So that was all going to be one building.
the line has already been dramatically scaled back over the past 2 years. Many of you pointed out in the comments how this project was likely doomed from the very beginning. And you were right.
You
While
were
Saudi
right.
Arabia continued revealing new regions from 2023 to 2024, behind the scenes, NEOM was heading closer and closer to its inevitable end. According to a new report from the Financial Times, insiders say that NEOM's board would make
Right? It just seemed like it was unsustainable, first of all. Like, how are you going to get enough people to live in that thing to help pay for it, right?
decisions about the project solely based on 3D renderings. Everything else, including the detailed design work and feasibility studies, were alarmingly left out. The source also said that Mohammed bin Salman himself played a huge role in shaping what would eventually become the line. In fact, most, if not all of the line's absurdity, from its unrealistic scale to the unconventional design itself, all came personally from MBS. Once real-world constraints entered the picture, the gap between what looked amazing in 3D renders and what was actually buildable became impossible to ignore. Developers working on the line itself knew that what they were building was never really going to work.
Yeah.
But they kept going, at least for a while. Even with Saudi Arabia's vast financial resources, with the public investment fund, the sheer cost and complexity of the line was spiraling far beyond initial projections. It also didn't help that foreign investment was drying up. One risk analyst said that investors were just simply not buying into the Crown Prince's vision for Saudi Arabia. By 2024, internal restructuring at NEOM signaled a shift in priorities. Senior leadership changes, tighter financial controls, and a growing focus on deliverable projects suggested that the original vision for the line was being quietly reassessed. In our video last year, we talked about how top NEOM executives suddenly departed from the project. Now, we know that several other firms and groups left the project altogether, following reports of scaling down. This includes architect firms such as Morphosis, AJ Associates, and HOK. The year after that, it was also reported that NEOM as a whole was planning to lay off more than 1,000 workers. And yet, by that point, excavation work had progressed significantly. Satellite images and drone footage confirmed that large-scale excavation and groundwork had taken place along much of the planned route. Various communities, factories, and energy farms were also built for the project, especially around the area where phase 1 of the project was supposed to rise here in Gayal. They've even begun the world's largest piling project as well as the largest dewatering setup in the world to prepare the site. In other words, this wasn't just your simple prep work before construction. This was expansive and irreversible groundwork. Financially, the commitment was just as real. While exact figures are hard to pin down, multiple reports suggest that around $50 billion have already been spent on the line and NEOM's core infrastructure. And that's before vertical construction has even properly begun. As
Wow, just for digging the foundation. Yeah, like, I don't understand. Like, what were they thinking? Like, there's nothing there. At least build out a city or something first, because you're going to have to I don't even know.
Cost estimates for NEOM's full end state now balloon into the trillions of dollars, the logic became unavoidable. Saudi Arabia
Oh
had
yeah,
to choose between
I know.
continuing an all or
They waste so much fucking money.
nothing gamble or slowing down and reassessing what could realistically be delivered.
Right. And I get it if you want to do it in phases, you know, but that is realistic, right? Like build something like that first, and hopefully that's all they've done. I mean, golly.
That reassessment is what brings us to today. By late 2025, investigative reporting revealed what the construction site had already been hinting at for months. Even the project CEO stopped posting updates altogether on his LinkedIn page. Work on the
Wah, wah.
line, at least in its original form, was no longer progressing. It didn't just simply fail. Many already predicted that. The line simply collided with reality. We all heard the headline numbers before. 170 kilometers long, 200 meters wide, 500 meters tall. But those figures alone don't paint the entire picture. To fully understand the challenge of building the line, let's take a look at one specific detail. By now, we've all seen renders of the line with its shiny mirrored exterior. But have you ever actually stopped and thought about just how much glass all that is going to take?
Right.
Let's run the numbers. This is the Mariah Concert Hall. Currently, it's the largest mirrored building in the world. Creating mirrors is quite simple, but building them in such an environment was not an easy feat. For one, each panel had to be almost completely the same in terms of shape and smoothness to ensure that it would look like one giant mirror from afar. This requires very careful precision and specialized tools in order to accomplish. But on top of that, they also had to put tiny spaces in between each panel to give them enough room to expand and contract because of the desert temperature. These spaces had to be close enough that the facade would still look like one piece from afar. But
who cares? Does it really have to look like one piece of glass?
Not too tight for them to crack as they expand in the desert's heat.
Who
In
cares?
total, Mariah Concert Hall is covered by 9,740 square meters of mirrored glass. Compared to the line, well, it's quite frankly not even close. The line in its entirety would require 170 million square meters of mirrored glass. That's
Well, good thing they live in a desert.
more than 17,000 times the amount of glass used in Mariah, the current record holder. It also would have taken the entire annual production of the world's largest cladding manufacturer for just one 800-meter module. At that rate, the entire facade would have taken 200 years.
200 years just to make the glass for one bruh. Bruh. You know, instead of glass, they should just paint it chrome. Don't have all windows, just paint the outside chrome or just use metal.
NEOM's chief investment officer even said that at
How about aluminum foil? Yeah?
one point, the line was using about 20% of the entire world's steel production. And that was just
Jesus. Already using 20% of the world's. Hang on.
the foundation work. Even if they did manage to find the money to secure all these materials,
it's
the
not
prices would
rewinding.
eventually
Hang on.
skyrocket and work. That at one point, the line was using about 20% of the
And that was in 2024. It's using 20%
entire world's steel production. And that was just the foundation work.
just for foundation? That's what I'm saying. Like this, it's too big, dude. Like you can't feasibly think you're gonna make a project like this. What a
Even if
psychopath.
they did manage to find the money to secure all these materials, the prices would eventually skyrocket. As the
Yeah.
project would eat up a huge chunk of the entire world's supply. Yeah, that's the scale of the line. And Saudi's crown prince wanted to build it in less than a decade.
This dude's fucking delusional.
But this now raises a much bigger question. If the line is cancelled altogether, what happens next?
Less than a decade. It would take a decade just for foundation work. Wait, Burj Khalifa is not standing? Wait, what do you mean? Had all these things. Isn't it standing now?
Well,
Burj Khalifa, they built that.
one, the majority
Yeah.
of the 170-kilometer trench they have already dug up will probably remain
That's way different than something like this.
like that for decades to come. But it doesn't end there. They also built a lot of surrounding infrastructure. Some of the factories constructed were purposefully built for creating prefabricated parts for the line. This precast concrete factory, for example, was solely built for the project's construction. And if it isn't happening anymore, there's no reason for them to continue existing. Other facilities could probably continue operations, such as this gas processing plant or this site for aggregate crushing. The end products that these facilities create can be used for many different applications outside of the line's construction. In the case of the energy farms, they could be connected to the rest of Saudi Arabia's grid. Although that could be quite difficult given how remote the entire project is. Entirely
Well, just from, what do you call it? The supply side of it, and not to mention it was taking up 20% of the world's steel just doing foundation work, and they haven't even done half of it. And it would take 200 years just to make what, an 800-kilometer square of it, of the glass, just for the glass on the outside. 200 years for one like section. So you like it's a problem of materials. There's not enough material in the world, I would imagine, to build this thing. It's like taking New York City, like all the material, all the buildings, everything in New York City, taking all of that and putting it in one building, one line. That's essentially what they wanted to do in less than 10 years. Okay.
New energy corridors will need to be constructed for them to be useful. For the airport they were planning to build for the line, it's almost certainly not going to be built anymore. It's located here in the middle of nowhere, and there would be no need for a massive airport in a place like that. As for the communities, they now face an uncertain future. With activity slowing down, many of the
Look
workers
at that. Look at how far that is just for one section. That's not even how long they planned to do it. And that is enormous right there.
For the project, most of them contractual and overseas, will probably be reassigned, relocated, or sent home as their contracts expire.
Yep.
One
Bye-bye.
possible option they could do with some of these communities is to reuse them for the upcoming 2034 FIFA World Cup. The kingdom has already committed to hosting the games, and that date is fixed. It can't be quietly pushed back. These communities could then be used to house workers for the construction and operation of a potential Neon Stadium. This venue was planned to be built on top of the line, hundreds of meters above the
It was going to be on top of it.
ground. But with the project already stopped at this point, Neon Stadium is no longer going to be built, at least in the way they showcased it in renders. It will probably be replaced by another venue out of the remaining 14 stadiums Saudi Arabia had planned for the event. Another thing they could do is to just build a Neon Stadium on the ground, somewhere near or along the line. This way, some of the infrastructure built, such as roads, communities, and energy farms, could be used for the stadium instead. But then
Yeah, it'd be different if you like started it outside of a city already, where a lot of this infrastructure was already in place. But it's literally out in the middle of nowhere, and they had to build all these factories just to make it. Like, I know they got the money, but apparently they don't have the brains.
Then again, why would you want to have a stadium in the middle of nowhere?
Exactly.
Now that we heard about the line's fate, what will happen to the rest of Neon? Let's start with Sindala, Neon's luxury island destination. It's one of the few easier projects to construct since nothing is out of the ordinary. Luxurious, yes, but that's about it. Up to this day, the island still not has opened to the public, and some reports are saying it might even stay that way for some time.
It's not even open?
The Crown Prince allegedly deemed the project out of line with his expectations and ordered to close it. And the golf courses we talked about in a previous video are no longer as green as they were 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
This indicates that the facilities are left unused, or at least not being maintained. Oxagon, on the other hand, is a little more unknown when it comes to construction progress. Aside from a green hydrogen plant that's reportedly 80% complete, the main floating island has seen little to no progress, at least when looking at satellite images. Despite this, the port of Neom itself has seen some movement over the past year. Satellite images reveal an expanded port area. A Belgian construction company was responsible for most of this progress.
It's like they got all these lofty dreams and goals. They just don't know how to execute it. It's so sad because it's like they got all the money in the world. They just don't know how to execute it.
Currently, the port is expected to open full container terminal operations starting 2026. And Trojena? Well, I was just about to record this voiceover when it was announced that Kazakhstan is replacing Saudi Arabia for the 2029 Asian Winter Games. The latest satellite images of the construction site show some progress over the past year. In January 2025, Trojena's executive director even said that their absolute priority was to get the venue ready for the 2029 Games. However, officials have refused to
They're having the Winter Olympics there? It looks like a wasteland.
comment on whether the project was still on track to meet the deadline.
Oh God, why would you have the Winter Olympics
Officials have
here?
refused to comment on whether the project was still on track to meet the deadline.
That looks like shit.
And now, their official
Are you kidding me? Even the rendering kind of looks like shit. Oh my god, this looks terrible.
Officially backing away from that commitment as well. Maybe they'll go for the 2033 edition to have more time. But who knows? As of right now, it seems like 2026 is the year Neom finally catches up with reality. What do you think about all of this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'm curious to read them, and thank you so much for watching. As
They're
always,
a bunch of
we'll see you
idiots.
in the next one.
Yikes. Yikes. That looks terrible. But anywho. It's a trap. Iran seizes the wrong oil tanker and instantly regrets it. Yikes. Car stuffs. Yeah, there's been a lot of car stuff. Yeah, you see this? The new trucks are crazy, right? $80,000 for one of these trucks. An M5. Yeah, I don't know, like that video you sent me before, like I think in India, your best bet really is a motorcycle. Oh yeah, I just bought a tow hitch like this. Yeah, let's see. Hi, man. Oh, right on. You're back. I didn't know you left. Sorry. Did you say
When
you
we
were
come
heading
to
out?
the table, it's what we all bring that matters. San Pellegrino, bring your best.
Video, yeah. You guys just saw that switch? You know what that means. Today is the big day that we're going to be doing the towing test with my truck. Now, I know there's been a lot of stipulations out there saying, why are you going to build such a crazy, gaudy truck? You know, you live, or...
Yeah, I don't like these massively
obviously,
lifted
to do a tow
trucks.
test, well, you need a trailer.
Like, look at how high this thing
And
is.
he's got the identical, I don't have my trailer anymore, which used to be a 25-foot Weekend Warrior that actually used to live right here. We're gonna head up to our good buddy Eddie's house because, well, he's got the identical trailer to what I had, but he's got it in the 32-foot length. So,
okay.
you know, we're not just hooking up some little trailer for this test, guys. We're gonna find the biggest toy hauler that's bumper pull around that I can find, and we're gonna tow with it. So we're gonna jump in the old BBB build
Yeah, I don't like the trucks that are like super lifted like this. They just look stupid, in my opinion.
right now, head on up to the mountains and go visit our buddy Eddie. So turning into Eddie Street here, as
Yikes.
you guys can see, it's super narrow and you're coming off the 2-lane. You got a nice rock and a nice tree right there on the side of the road that you're turning into. And being that when I pulled purple
Love
turning
that.
fashion, there's always multiple Duramaxes lying around.
Yeah, see, that one's lifted, but it's not lifted like crazy, you know?
Eduardo!
Where's
Alone
this
like
guy?
properly using. Well, I don't know if it was properly used, but
Anyway. Let me get to this part.
toy hauler. There's a dump trailer down there that empty weighs a lot less than a toy hauler, but to me, if we're gonna do a test with it, let's tow something real, let's tow something big, let's tow something heavy. And well, obviously Eddie's toy hauler here it fits all the bills of that. Ever since I saw Kelderman post a video of
Yeah.
their truck lifting a trailer with just the airbags.
Yeah. Look at how tall that fucking thing is. That just looks stupid to me. But yeah, so he got one of these tow hitches. He's got like another linkage right here to tow with. So I bought not this exact tow hitch, but I got a similar one.
I was completely sold and in love with an adjustable rear air ride setup like that. That being said, this truck's got auto level, got everything built in. So really, if we were to put the weight of the trailer on without actually picking it up, the truck should automatically level itself back out without me touching anything. But in the effort of really wanting to see if the truck can pick up the trailer, what we're gonna do is we're gonna play with the level the first time.
All right, come on back. Come on, 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 come on. Come on, good. All right, well, see if we can pick her up. Oh, she picked it up. The ultimate air ride.
That's crazy. So he's got
Well, I
air
gotta
suspension
say,
in the
I'm
back.
impressed. I didn't think,
Yeah, that thing just looks stupid. Yeah, that looks like an older trailer too.
All right, I think, can I just get the ultimate air ride in the rear? I think I'm gonna.
I think you need ultimate air ride.
Yeah, that is badass. That picked it up like no problem. Nothing. I mean, that if I am going to invest the money in this ultimate air ride kit, you know, I want to make sure it's actually usable, ultimate air ride, and it actually works and good for towing. Now, it picked it up. I'll give it that. You know, his truck is leveled. He hit level. It leveled it out. It looks good. But now let's see how this thing tows and how the ride is. If it's a smooth ride, if it's we're sitting here bouncing, or you know, because you got no leaf springs. It's just air in the back. It's strictly air.
Well, we got shocks.
You got shocks.
We got air and we got shocks.
Now, when I had my 25-foot tow hauler, which I think tongue to back of trailer was 30 foot, plus I would tow it with the Kodiak. I used to tow with my gas truck, gave up on that. It wasn't worth setup, so.
Yeah.
All right, Carlos, it's time to pull off cantilever kit. Let's get you an ultimate air ride setup.
Eddie, we might near the size. All mine do is just level the truck.
Let's see. There we go. There he goes. Yeah, easy enough. Does it say work for it? That truck just looks ridiculous, dude.
So here's what we're dealing with, just so you guys know. We got to make this turn, which Eddie couldn't even make without a trailer when he drove my truck because he wasn't used to the turning radius.
Yeah.
We got to make this turn. Don't hit this power line here, but also don't clip the trailer on that tree or the rock.
Right.
And you got about that much room to play with. And we got cars flying by.
Yeah, that's the scary part is, so this is a blind, kind of a blind spot right here, guys, because
yeah, that's the auto level kicking in.
Oh, okay, my bad. It's kind of blind right here, so cars come flying up this hill. We hear you, calm down. They come flying up this hill, and well, if Ryan is stuck right here in the middle of the street.
Yeah, see,
that's
I
why
just
didn't
signed
wanna
up
do this.
I don't think, you know, we could probably
for a towing job, so to speak. Yeah.
this turn off, but it's more so like I don't feel like a car.
But I signed up for this app. It's like Flex Storage or something like that. So I did a walk around inspection of the truck yesterday with the guy. The only thing I have to get a tow hitch. So essentially, like, it's an app where you can open it up and not bid on jobs, but there'll be jobs available that you can go with your truck, hook up to the tow trailer, and then haul the stuff to and from job sites, essentially. So like I would pick up the trailer at, let's just say Home Depot. I don't know where exactly, but pick up a trailer at Home Depot and then drive it to the work site, essentially, is what it comes down to. And then I would get paid for that. I don't know if gas is included, but I would think they would include at least some gas, because if not, then just it wouldn't be worth it.
Down into the side of Eddie's trailer. I mean, I hope
Plus,
it's not a truck, but
you know, you could be hauling like 30-foot trailers, right? So
Start that turn. Keep turn, you're good. Oh yeah, buddy. You got it. Woo! Hey, that is times you did it. All right, buddy, I'll see you later. All right, see ya. Enjoy.
get out of the road.
There he goes.
Yeah, so left turns, no problem. Right turns, a little bit of a problem.
It is smooth.
Yeah,
it is absolutely smooth. I mean, obviously a lot of HD trucks, you know, they got leaf springs in the rear. They actually ride better when there's a load in them or when you're hooked up to a trailer. And the good thing about the setup that I have is it feels like it rides equally well, trailer or no trailer. And that's why, you know, the Ultimate Air Ride Kit is stupid expensive.
Yeah, so
and
I haven't towed with the Tundra just yet. So we'll have to see how it does. But they're built for towing. What's this one? Inside Europe's $1 billion abandoned mega build. Oh, great. We do drive on the right over here. What is this thing? An Am Maverick R4 door. What the hell? The new Can-Am. Oh, better mute that. It's pretty slick. Is that stock? That's like a stealth bomber. Yeah, I think that too when I think about driving overseas. But you'd probably get used to it pretty quickly. I feel like you'd get used to it pretty quickly. Oh, lordy. Oh my God. Look at this trailer. Jeez. Does it even have wheels on it? Oh my God. That thing is coming down. Good Lord. That guy was not stopping. Oh, here we go.
Do you remember the good old days before Windows sloppified itself? A simpler time with simpler start menus, games, and simpler assistants. Well, we're going to go back there. Hi everyone, I'm Sam Tucker, and today we're having a look at the classic Windows XP to see if it truly was the greatest of all time, the best goat of them all. And to do it, we are going to be using this authentic Windows XP computer.
Oh my God.
I probably shouldn't do that. It's got a spinning disc in there. This is a Toshiba. Oh, forget about one finger opening. You're lucky to open this with one arm. It's an ancient relic. Toshiba Satellite Pro 4600. This is about the size of a satellite. So this did technically come with Windows 98 to start with. So it is an updated model. It is upgraded. It's a class 1 laser product. I don't know what the safety standards were when this came out, but we might lose an eye with these lasers. Under door number 1, ooh, we have RAM. 256 megabytes a piece. This is like gold in this economy. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is your little phone adapter thing. So that's cool if you want a phone home. Yeah, buddy, help me with this, with all these tiny screws everywhere. And here's the hard drive. So this one's 40 gigabytes. And look how that connects in a bit of a strange pinned way. And here we have the Wi-Fi. But see, all of this comes apart and back together with just normal screws. It's like pulling apart a washing machine or something. And if you're wondering what ports the Satellite 4600 comes with, the answer is yes. We get a barrel plug for power, the old circle one for mice and things like that. I think this is a classic video output along with VGA. Another different type of VGA. Is this like a pass-through thing? We've got like the 20-pin printer connector there, but still a little bit modern with a couple of USBs.
Oh, it's got USB.
We have, what the heck is one of those things? Maybe they didn't realize they put that in there, so they're like, let's just cover that up because we made a mistake. A DVD ROM drive. I think we've also got a floppy drive here. Ethernet as well as a phone port if you want to make a real call, I guess. Some sort of laser beam. Oh, got excited about that, didn't you, computer? Separate microphone and headphones and a little dial to change your volume there. 2 front-facing speakers, beautiful. Power button with a lock button so you can keep it turned on. Ooh, don't we wish we all had one of those? Huh, so this isn't a wireless card, but you could put a wireless card in there if you wanted to. And look at that, an on-off switch for the Wi-Fi. There is no trackpad, so we are stuck with the knob situation. And just looking at the keyboard, here I am.
And then you look at the new Macs, and all you get are 2 ports. 2 USB-C, essentially. One's not even high speed.
Happy to report that there is no Copilot key. In fact, there isn't even a Windows key. That's been shot right up in the top right corner.
Oh, it's way up there.
Yeah, so I can't do the battery on this, would be broken, so we'll plug it in. But have a look at this. If you wanted to replace the battery, ka-chunk, you just grab it out of there. And then you just slide a new one. Oh, you just slide a new, oh, Sam, I really should have just turned this on before I broke it. There we go. Plug in the barrel plug. It's making noises. It's beeping at me. So it says the date or time is invalid. It's like, how is this Windows XP alive in 2026? No, the date's correct. Believe it. Remember that noise. And remember that wallpaper. How gorgeous. Now to make this a bit easier, this one even came with a handy dandy mouse with, of course, the ye olde plug. So let's see if this still...
So versatile.
What? Do you remember how nice it used to have a glowing red laser beam out the bottom? The only problem with the mouse is that the computer does not seem to recognize it. Come on, my nipple game is not what it used to be. This is a rough nipple. It's seen some better days. Ooh, you don't want to wear that one out. So let's try a more modern USB mouse. See if this works.
You said this is a rough nipple.
There we go. We've got ourselves a mouse.
Oh, there it is.
All right, so first off, let's try and see what computer specs this has. Where do you find out
Probably
about your computer?
none.
Because if you click on my computer, that takes you to the Finder, and I'm not finding what I want. You got a Windows logo there just for fun, just a little bit of branding. This guy's handing you the D. Sam's documents. Here we are. Sample music. Oh, we got VLC installed. Let's start off with some Beethoven. Let me twist the knob to turn it up. Where's my little knob? Where's my knob? And this is how the review's gonna go. No! It's not working. Let's open this other one in Windows Media Player. Validate? Why do I have to validate myself? I'm good enough as I am. I'm just Ken. Look at it, visualize it, 3 frames a second. Already I'm having more fun than the latest Windows 10. Anyway, back to the mission. What are the specs on this thing? Control panel maybe? System. We're running Windows XP Professional way back from 2002. So this probably came out before some of you out there were even born. That makes me feel great. We're rocking the Intel Pentium 3 processor with almost a whole megahertz of speed and 512 megabytes of RAM, which according to Apple would still be perfectly fine to running computers. Oh, and my heart just warmed when I saw this. Look at this. Automatic updates. Turn off automatic updates. Apply. Oh, it was that simple. What a fantastic world this was. And the start menu, whoa. You could even go back to classic start. Wow, isn't that gorgeous? Let's have a look at the Windows catalog. Okay, it's opened up Internet Explorer. Let's see if the Wi-Fi works with modern Wi-Fi. So for that, I gotta flick the physical switch to turn it on.
I doubt that's gonna work.
Refresh network list, please. Oh, this is like decades old and it might still work. Validating identity. A lot of validation needed back in the day. People were pretty insecure. A smooth frame rate of the full half a gigabyte of RAM. In fact, let's see how much of the system are we using right now. Performance, we're only using, what, 15% of the CPU. This could basically be Apple Silicon. And only 344 megabytes of RAM. Things are only using kilobytes of memory. You know, you can't even open a Google Chrome tab with as much RAM as this computer has. Let's just connect a Ethernet cable. Because we have the ability, we have the plugs. All right, there we go. There is a problem with this website security certificate. Continue to this website, not recommended. For everyone's knowledge, we're trying to visit google.com. Browser rule tau numa este accepted. All right, so Google's basically complaining that Internet Explorer is a little too old, just because it doesn't technically exist anymore. Well, I'm sorry, because you know what does work on Internet Explorer? The classic. Bing. In fact, let me try another website. Tryhackme.com. Okay, and we've been forbidden. You know what? Looks like I may need to hack this device. So thankfully, this episode, we're sponsored by Tryhackme. So we need a slightly more modern browser. Oh, wait, look at the size difference of these two. Oh, the air and the Earth. Oh, looks like the Kittai is ready to hack as well. Thanks, bud. Because the first step, of course, is to put on your hacker glasses. The next step is to check out Tryhackme, the biggest cybersecurity training platform in the world that can take you from a complete noob to hacking John Travolta's Dal Inspiron while you have a gun to your head and some other things going on under the table. You don't need to know about any of that. It's not part of their package. Anyway, the best part about Tryhackme is that it all works within the browser, which is good because it means I can't break anything. And if you've seen some of my past videos, I'm good at breaking things. All right, so let's start off with this offensive security course. Now, offensive security basically means that you're going to start thinking like a proper hacker so that you can exploit vulnerabilities in the system for your advantage. I mean, to be all ethical and stuff. Look at the cat butt. All right, check it out. We got a fake bank website here.
Ooh,
so let's
fake
use
bank.
the derp command to find any hidden pages on there. All right, looks like we've got an images page and, ooh, bank transfer. Well, that sounds promising. Let's plug that URL in. And bang, we're already penetrating the system. All right, then, geez, let's deposit $44,000 into my account. And I've done it. I'm a true hacker, mum. If you want to start hacking just like that, then click the link in the description. And you can start for free. 25 browser installed on this. Firefox. Let's see if we can load YouTube on this. This connection is anti. All right. Unfortunately, I can't load my website on here.
I've tried some of these older OSs too, and it's like nothing will load.
Which is a shame. I wanted to do
the modern web
test.
is
Luckily, though,
way
if you
too
load it up on
advanced.
your phone here, if you just point it at the device you want to test, you are able to do a performance test on it. 902! I think this might be the greatest of all time.
Well,
it only goes up to 1,000. Let's check out some stuff you could do back in the day. Have I lost me? You son of a gun. Dang you, Ben! I'm not even connected to the internet properly and you're still beating me.
Has it been? You've insulted me for the last time. You will die.
Internet hearts. The game server has not responded. It may be temporarily unavailable. Pretty sure it's permanently unavailable. Oh, let's try XP search, see if this works. Let's see if I can find pinball on this one. Oh, and look at that. In a couple of seconds, I'm there. It already works better than Windows 11 friggin' search. Bang! Yes, I'm the greatest. I remember this game. Fortnite can eat balls. Oh, the camera turned off. Thank you, camera, for running out while I was winning so good.
A few moments later.
All right, and we're back in business. And speaking of business, it's time to open up the Office apps. That's right. No more 365 subscriptions. We have installed
There you go.
Microsoft
Brazilla,
Office
here's your solution.
2003. Getting
Microsoft
started to
Office.
Microsoft Office Online. What?
Right here.
I thought we escaped this hellhole. Get out of here. Go. Gone. Where's my Clippy? Show the Office Assistant. There he is.
Yes,
Clippy, how you doing, buddy? I never thought I'd be happy to see Clippy again.
Why
Where you
hasn't
going?
anyone come out with
And he's gone. Can I
Clippy
actually help you out?
AI?
Here I am writing in the classic micro.
Now see, if Microsoft, if you're listening, all you have to do to save Copilot is turn it into Clippy. Think about it. Think about it. That's all they need to do. Just rebrand Copilot back to good old Clippy.
Okay, what button have I pressed? I've summoned some sort of spell. Okay, so the keyboard does feel quite nice. There's like 10 centimeters of travel on each key. We get Bally, the dot, we get F1, we get the cube. That was a scary movie, don't want that helping me out. We get the Earth, Mother Nature. Oh, see, Mother Nature worked with XP. She's now with Apple, but you know, she got around. Lynx the cat, and Rocky the dog. I actually like this. This is simple. The one thing with this though, you have to remember to save it. Oh, Clippy's there to help. Yes! Oh, I knew I had Clippy there for a reason. Your classic Excel. Oh, look, it's even smart enough to know that I put a number in there. This is well beyond numbers. My first PowerPoint. Actually, I want to put a little little image in this one. Do we get clip art? Yes, I'll have some clip art. I don't need AI to generate images for me. I've got 12 good images in clip art, none of which seem to load. Oh, yeah, see, I just had to add Clippy to it, and that fixed it. Let's ask Clippy how do I play this. Play slideshow. Come on, Clippy, help me out. Loop sound in a movie, play CD during a presentation. Okay, so maybe some AI features are a little more specific now. Bang, and there you go. Microsoft Office is perfect. What else we got here? Hyperterminal. You think you're good in Linux with the terminal? Windows has Hyperterminal. Do I want this to be my default telnet program? Of course I do. Okay, so sudo, not allowed to type sudo, make a call, am I?
He's like, sudo.
Don't yell at me, I don't know what I was doing. Please, have mercy, have mercy. What else? Narrator, but I'm the narrator. No, I need help, get out of here. Notepad, check it out. This is all the options you need in Notepad. You don't need Copilot in the freaking Notepad app. Microsoft and the classic Paint. I'm using Windows XP. Oh, we're connecting to MSN. I'm starting to think some of these services aren't connecting anymore. Oh, just because it's in its 20s now and could drive a car and legally get married. You know what? I think it's time for a little bit of fun. Let's try out this disk drive so we don't get copyright claimed. I've got here today Aladdin.
Let's say 2022. Yeah, this guy's fun. I like this guy too. He's funny. Did you say 2002? That's when this version of Microsoft is from, but I don't know how old this laptop is. This laptop is way old.
Lampa Fiammata. So let's load up this masterpiece. Yeah, baby. Can I play the DVD? Because
this is not the official Aladdin, by the way.
Could it be that Aladdin, Lampa isn't formatted correctly? Let's see if VLC can do it. Oh, here we go. So we don't quite get the video as well as the audio. So it's a little different.
2 frames a second.
Well, no. Chafage? Well, all right. It's time to take this bad boy outside to enjoy in the real world. I don't think I'll be able to power it in the real world, but maybe we'll visit the wallpaper instead. Wow, it truly is beautiful. Well done, Mother Nature. You've really outdone yourself.
Wow.
And there you have it, Windows XP. It truly was the greatest of all time, and it still can be, as long as you don't want to touch anything to do with the internet or even DVDs. But if you want to make a Word document, boy, does it have you covered. So there you go, the size and weight of a washing machine, but I liked it. And I think I just broke it. Hopefully not. Thanks for watching, everyone. And don't forget the Try Hack Me link in the description and use code SAM25 to get 20. Did I break it? Are you still alive? Okay, so I didn't kill it. That's nice. Join the Windows Customer Experience Improvement Program. That's going to be hard to do that offline, but okay. Having a problem with my mouse. It's not a USB. Oh, you know, that'd be a test. It's changing your mouse settings. Fix the problem. Change them to what?
Good stuff. Good stuff. Is that an IMAX aspect ratio screen? My screens? No, I don't know, but yeah, mine might be IMAX ratio. Oh, you're talking about the laptop? Maybe. I don't know. What is IMAX resolution? I feel like it's different for each theater. IMAX resolution varies by technology, ranging from 2K or 4K. But that doesn't give me the aspect ratio. 1:43:1. There you go. Which is this. Yeah, see, it's different. So 70 millimeter, bunk, bunk, and then bunk, 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 bunk. So they're slightly different. They have different formats, but it's not really giving me. What does this say? Hang on. Well, that didn't take me to the picture at all. There it is. Okay. Dual projection. So it looks like it can vary. This one is probably how it's filmed, and then IMAX with laser is either looks like the full picture here, or they crop it to 191. And then digital. Oh wait, no, this says non-IMAX. But then this one is IMAX Xenon, which is 1:9:1. Okay, so Yeah, it looks like there's a few different aspect ratios. Okay, yeah, it doesn't. Those movies have to be filmed in IMAX in order for them to work. But IMAX. Oh, is this India? Yeah. Oh, desperate for IMAX?
When it comes to the cleanest air and water, New Delhi is without a doubt at the bottom of the list.
Oh boy.
For most of the year, river water
is
covered in toxic foam.
Is that what that is? Why are they standing in
particles
it?
in the air is 23 times higher than the safe limit. Since no effective measures are being taken, New Delhi remains one of the most polluted cities on Earth.
Oh, dude. Oh, what does this guy do? This guy's just smogging it for no reason. He's just like, yeah, it's bad enough. Let's just fucking smoke it if you got it. What the fuck are they doing? Sorry, but that looks like literal hell. That looks like hell come to life. That does not look fun at all.
Nigeria is known for two things that leave a strong impression. First, the traffic.
It's the capital.
With a population of 22 million, the city is massively
shit. 22 million people in this city?
Overcrowded. Every day, over 8 million people commute in 5 million vehicles, all trying to squeeze through a tiny road network. On average, residents spend 1,560 hours a year stuck in
No. This is where you definitely want a motorcycle, so you can zip in between.
Second,
or a boat. Boat works.
Far from the city lies Makoko, also known as the Venice of Africa. It's essentially
The Venice of Africa. Wait. Didn't they just say they were in New Delhi, and now all of a sudden they're in Africa?
Right in the Atlantic Ocean. Once a quiet fishing village, it's now home to about 200,000 people. Life here is cheap. There's no need to pay for land.
You think?
You can survive by fishing.
I don't know if I'd want to fish. Okay, well, let's finish this one. Well, this one's 30 minutes.
Immigration, the housing crisis in the U.S. is at an all-time high.
Oh my God, this is the U.S.? Hang on a second.
Due to rising rents and increasing immigration, the housing crisis in the U.S. is at an all-time high.
Yeah, this is in the United States. This is in California, by the way. So at least your cities look better than this. Like, this is just so sad to me. And most of these people are addicted to drugs. You know, down on their luck. They can't afford rent. They can't get a job, and now AI is taking all our jobs. They are worse.
In nowhere is that more obvious than in Skid Row, a neighborhood in downtown Los Angeles. More than 4,000 homeless people live here.
Jesus, 4,000.
Since the 1930s, it has had the highest concentration of homeless individuals in the world.
Since the 30s?
The area spans 50 city blocks.
Oh my God, look at that.
With sidewalks completely covered by tents. Even the police don't come here unless they're called. Out in the desert near Dubai lies a supercar graveyard, baking in 40 degrees Celsius heat. You'll find every luxury car brand imaginable, but
None
all
of
of them are
those look
buried
luxury.
under thick layers of dust.
None of those are luxury cars.
Some were
Okay,
abandoned
there's
by
one.
bankrupt entrepreneurs who fled the country. Others were simply left behind by rich owners who didn't bother selling them.
Oh, wow. Look at the corrosion on that. It is just falling to pieces. That's crazy.
These cars are auctioned off for next to nothing, and some even end up being used as police vehicles.
Oh, not that one. Can dust? No. I mean, technically, yeah. Because there's a tool called Sandblaster. So essentially, it's more of a aggregate, right? Where they use sand to get rid of rust, but it will like take everything off, right? It'll you'd have to look it up. So it can't actually do corrosion, but it will like take the paint off so that way like it'll expose the metal so that corrosion can get in there. So like yes and no, right? Because it doesn't help the corrosion, right? So if you've got a spot of rust and then you've got, you know, dust storms and sand storms constantly hitting it, it's gonna make the paint chip off, which is gonna further worsen the corrosion. So no, dust can't really do corrosion. But it doesn't help. It might be.
Mumbai can confidently be called a city of contrasts.
Oh, here's Mumbai.
Right.
This is it. This is the slums of Mumbai. Yeah.
Next to the skyscrapers lie the world's largest slums.
Oh, dude. And like all these buildings are linked together. Wow. This is probably what Skid Row's going to turn into eventually.
District. The
where it's all just like shanties that people built.
population density here exceeds 277,000 people per.
What? Hold on. 277,000 people right here? $277,000 people. In this little slum.
Per square kilometer, making Dharavi
one
of the here exceeds 277,000 people per square kilometer.
Per square kilometer. Holy shit balls. Hang on, I got a text from Kat. Oh God. Oh my God. Hang on, guys. Kat said she was at the garden and almost passed out, so I may have to end the stream here in a little bit. Because she's on her way home, but she's gonna want to rest as soon as she gets home. Give me 1 second. She's okay. She's okay. Yeah, she's all right, but she almost passed out. It's hot out today, so hang on, guys. I'll be right back. Yeah, guys, she's okay. The heat in Florida, man, is no joke. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something. She's all right though. She made it back to the truck. And I was feeling that too this morning. It was like 10 o'clock in the morning, and it was so hot that and we were in the shade. We went to the park, and I was feeling a little faint, and I'm like sweating in the shade. And then she said she took him to Mead Gardens, which basically is another park. Cooper's running around, and she can't really chase him as fast as he can run. But she'll try. So she said she felt like she was going to faint, and with her MCAS and everything, she's prone to fainting. Yes. Yeah. And she's been doing that. She gets more Gatorade. She gets electrolytes. Yeah. Tender coconut water. Yep. Yeah, she's been drinking coconut water and Gatorade and electrolytes and stuff. But I told her I was going to sign off, and she's like, no, just stay on. I'm in the truck. She cooled off. You know, she got the AC going, so she's feeling better now. She's coming back, but so I don't have to sign off quite yet. But yeah, did you see the? I just noticed while I was on the phone. Most of these huts, well, not most of them, but some of these huts have satellite radio. Or satellites. Look at this. Look at it all right here. Look at all these satellites. This guy's got every channel. Boop, 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 boop. It's like 12 satellites right there. It's wild, dude.
Making Dharavi one of the most
quick emergency alternative, as far as what?
densely populated
For passing out? Yeah, what do you suggest?
areas in the world. Despite the massive number of residents, there's no real infrastructure. Even access to drinking water is limited. But at least the younger generation is getting a decent education. And
are they?
With it, a ticket out of Dharavi.
Wow.
The Gazipur landfill near New Delhi, India's capital, is known as the Mount Everest of trash. It stands 72 meters high.
Where is this?
About 2,000 tons of garbage are dumped here every day, as nearly 8 million people live nearby and suffer from the unbearable smell.
Oh my God, dude.
Opened in 1984, the landfill reached its capacity in 2002, but local authorities continue to dump waste here.
Is that in Mumbai as well?
The Monster Building in Hong Kong is a popular attraction and a filming location for many movies. But its media fame has an ugly side.
What movies?
This building is a clear example of Hong Kong's housing crisis, where
Okay, so you boil and then cool the water, or do you put the salt in it first? So you put 1 liter of water with salt and sugar and then boil it, or add that afterward?
where residents are crammed into microscopic living spaces.
Why is she taking a freaking Instagram influencer picture here?
The complex has over 2,000 units and houses 10,000 people.
Jesus.
Entire families live in tiny flats.
What? Okay, well, now I don't feel so bad. Look at that.
And demolition or reconstruction
Fuck that.
is out of the question.
Is it? Because I feel like they need to demolish this whole building.
Because of the building's complex structure, even basic repairs like fixing communication cables are extremely difficult.
Okay. But do you actually add the salt and sugar before you boil it or after? Yeah, it just sounds like Gatorade, honestly. That's what Gatorade is. It's like salt and sugar.
The Tokyo subway transports 8.7 million people every day.
Oh my God.
Naturally, this level of congestion is very noticeable inside the train cars. In some places, people would simply wait for the next train, while punctual Japanese passengers get on no matter what.
Oh my God, no.
That's why there are special employees here called a Shia. Their job is to push passengers inside so the doors can close on time and the train can depart without delay.
It's horrible. That is absolutely horrible. No. That looks like hell on earth. Oh, here it is. Look at this.
Even Tokyo subway doesn't compare to the trains in Bangladesh. The country's rail system is so overcrowded that people use every inch of space hanging from edges, clinging to windows, and even sitting on the roof.
Okay. So dissolve the salt and sugar in the water and then boil it and cool it. This is insanity. Like, how is this allowed? Not to mention, how many people die every single day riding the train?
Lahore, Pakistan is officially recognized as the dirtiest city on the planet. Residents breathe toxic air with a pollution index of 300.
Ah, got it. Yeah. So boil and cool, and then add salt and sugar.
148, which is 3 times above the maximum allowable levels.
Look at that. I would move. I would just move. I would leave everything there and just start walking. Hopefully, well, probably in the morning before all this shit is in the air. Fuck that, dude. Look at that. Are you serious?
The main culprits are unregulated industrial activity and the widespread use of outdated vehicles.
Wow.
The Dandara
No. I would
landfill near
just move.
Nairobi, Kenya, has triggered a humanitarian crisis. Opened in 1977, it was officially declared unfit for waste disposal in 2001. But Dandara is still operating, receiving thousands of tons of garbage every day.
Just fucking pigs running around. Oh, and they probably eat, oh, God, no, they probably eat those pigs. Oh, God, they probably eat those fucking pigs. Oh, my God, do not eat those pigs. You know how toxic those fucking pigs have to be? Just running around, eating all this shit all day long.
Naturally, this impacts nearby residents who are forced to breathe clouds of smoke and toxic fumes.
You think?
The waste also pollutes the soil and groundwater. The lead concentration is 10 times the legal limit.
Look at it, just fucking fuming. Look at it, it's just fucking fumes coming off of that thing.
Hanoi is the capital of never-ending traffic jams. The gridlock is relentless. The average traffic speed sometimes drops to just 10 kilometers per hour, and crossing the city can take half a day.
Look at all those bikes.
The reason is simple. The population is growing faster than new roads can be built. Cars are cheaper than ever, and public transportation is inefficient. Still.
And apparently they don't have crosswalks.
The government has plans to fix the public transport system and
Does
even
it?
ban motorbikes by 2030.
They're banning motorbikes? They should ban cars and just leave the motorbikes. And they're all honking, like that's gonna help.
On the outskirts of Cairo, Egypt, lies what's known as the Garbage City. The issue is that the capital had no efficient waste management system, so residents of the Mashiat Nazar district began handling the trash themselves.
What?
Oh, don't go. Easy, easy, easy. I just want to go. Hello. Oh, no, I just go in. Okay, okay.
For a fee, they haul garbage on carts to their homes, where they sort it.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Are you serious?
So these guys are not wearing any protection. People live.
In 1969, the local government ordered that all garbage collectors be moved to one area.
I feel sad. There's a goat on a trash pile over there. Do you spot the goat?
The living conditions are horrific. The air is thick with smoke from burning plastic, the streets are buried in waste, and
wow,
the water is contaminated with chemicals.
You think? Oh my god.
Do you guys have pigs back here?
We don't have any pigs, you can see.
Oh. Oh yeah, the bikes. Have you seen this? Yeah. Have you seen this? This is in China. They made so many goddamn electric bikes that the cops had to just go out and start picking them up.
The idea of smart consumption in China turned out to be a complete failure. In 2015, bike rental services became popular as a way to ease urban traffic congestion. But within just a few years, many of these companies went bankrupt as supply far outpaced demand. And with so many bikes on the streets, people often left them in inappropriate places. That's why bicycle graveyards have started to appear near large cities, with many of the bikes still in perfectly good condition. During holidays, China's roads turn into a nightmare. A trip that normally takes an hour and a half can drag on for 6 hours. The main problem is a lack of alternative routes and the explosion.
That almost doesn't look real. Like, look at how many white cars they have. Give them to Africa. Yeah, yeah. But look at this. There's so many white cars. It almost doesn't look real. There's just white and black. There's like only a few colorful cars.
Explosive growth of the country's vehicle fleet.
Look at it. Most of them are white. That's crazy. It's like 50-50, white or black.
Even the largest toll station on China's expressway system is powerless in the face of such a massive traffic crisis.
Oh my God.
Around 9 million people depend on the waters of Indonesia's Citarum River, but decades of industrial pollution have turned it into a toxic wasteland. The river is filled with heavy metals and bacteria, and locals are forced to drink this contaminated water. The main source of pollution is the 2,000 factories along the riverbanks that dump their waste straight into the water.
Oh, and they drink that? No, dude. Come on.
The government has launched a 500...
I would just move. Just move. Nope. Just move. They're drinking that water?
Cleanup program that includes a ban on dumping and efforts at reforestation. However, hidden pipelines and corruption continue to stall progress.
Yeah, I think. Oh. That's so wrong, dude. That's so wrong. Just disgusting.
Palestina in Rio de Janeiro was once a symbol of Brazil's success, inspiring designers and filmmakers. But now, it looks more like a war zone where criminal gangs fight for control. More than 200,000 people live in these buildings and face daily gunfire and looting.
Oh, Jesus.
Even a trip to the store is considered an act of courage.
A trip to the store is an act of courage. Jeez.
With the government unable to maintain control in the area, the infrastructure is lacking. and residents don't have reliable access to clean water or sewage systems.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I've seen it in the Fast and the Furious, but that's one of those things. They probably just got B-roll of the buildings, but I don't think they actually filmed here. Because there's no way to clean that up. Like, how are you going to find a good location? That's everywhere. Hang on, I got a text. Okay.
Amsterdam has an excellent cycling infrastructure, but there are almost as many bikes in the city's canals as there are on its streets. Over 15,000
No
bikes are
way.
pulled from the canals every year.
15,000 bikes a year? A year.
Every day, a special crew dives into the water with a giant mechanical claw.
Wow.
Occasionally, they even haul out refrigerators or cars, about 50 of them a year.
50 cars a year? I think so. I feel like kids probably steal them and then they just throw them in the water. That'd be my guess.
The Fenetar neighborhood is the largest Roma ghetto in Bucharest. Tens of thousands of families live here in subhuman conditions.
I mean, you could use magnets, and maybe the claw has magnets on it, but yeah, you gotta throw the magnet into the water. Excuse me, and then drag it out, and it takes a lot of force to drag something through water.
Filth, poor sanitation, high crime rates, and total marginalization. Most residents are involved in crime from a very young age. They have no access to health care, children don't go to school, and the police rarely show up.
Oh, thank you. I don't know if that makes me a good dad. I just know a lot of things. And honestly, I don't know where I picked any of it up. Probably, honestly, from watching videos, because I watched a lot of TV growing up, but I wasn't just watching like cartoons and stuff. I'd watch documentaries and things, and like I just would absorb knowledge, you know. And I was good in school. I never really studied that much. I studied for a few tests, but I don't know, I just like absorbed knowledge. I'm one of those like monkey see, monkey do guys. Like if I see somebody do something, you know, like on a YouTube video, then I try it myself and I can pretty much figure it out, you know, and I like figuring stuff out. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, he can already read somewhat, you know. So, and he's kind of the same way in that, like, we didn't teach him specifically how to read. He just picked it up from watching educational, like, TVs and stuff, TV shows. And we do read to him, but it's not like we would go, you know, spell out the word and say, what does this say? What does this say? Like, he just did it on his own.
La Paz is the day.
No, absolutely. Yeah, we didn't. We were aware of Coco Melon already. So yeah, he doesn't do Coco Melon. Just like Miss Rachel, Danny Go. There's another one. He watched Miss Tor, which he's kind of a Gestalt learner, and Miss Tor does that. But yeah, nothing similar to Coco Melon. And even if we go over to friend's house who have it on, we just tell him he doesn't watch that.
De facto capital of Bolivia, located 3,000.
Now see that? From the sky, doesn't look that slummy. It looks very dense, very densely populated, but the streets from here look pretty clean.
600 meters above sea level. It's the highest capital city.
Like, that looks pretty clean.
In the world. Its outskirts are a chaotic sprawl of homemade buildings built from
the outskirts.
Cheap bricks and sheet metal. Despite economic growth, the city's infrastructure remains weak, with ongoing problems in transportation and access to clean water.
Yeah, that looks a little slummy.
Urban chaos is made worse by poor planning and a lack of safety. Narrow alleys and disorganized neighborhoods make it hard to get around.
Yeah, it does.
Constant traffic jams complicate daily life.
Traffic jams? I haven't seen a single fucking car. Oh, there they are.
The Lizaba station in Chongqing is a unique architectural project where a monorail passes straight through a residential building. It was built together with the apartment complex to minimize noise and vibration for the residents. Not everyone would want to live there, but that hasn't stopped the station from becoming a popular tourist attraction.
Yeah. Train's going right through the building. Oh, look at this. They got houses on top of a high-rise. What the is that?
In the Chinese city of Zhuzhou, an entire block
Zhuzhou. A Zhuzhou.
Of luxury cottages stands on the roof of a shopping mall.
Look at that. On a shopping mall.
These houses have sparked heated debates for decades. Local authorities insist the structure's illegal, while city residents are convinced that they violate building codes.
I don't know why they didn't, like, face them toward each other. Or, like, you know, like, orient them a little bit nicer.
Either way, the mysterious rooftop villas have become a well-known local landmark.
They're pretty big houses.
Especially online, where they continue to fuel intense discussions. Housing prices in New York are among
I don't know that that's hell on earth, really.
The highest in the world, forcing apartment seekers to accept whatever they can find.
Oh, this is ridiculous. Yeah, New York City is just as bad as some of these places in China. Look at this.
This micro apartment is one of
those
options. In 24 square meters, you'll find everything you need to live, but you can forget about having guests over. Some see this as a home of the future, while others see it as a sign of deepening social inequality.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
The Burj Al Abbas residential
I
complex.
wish they would have gone into that, because, like, I want to know how much that apartment in New York costs. And we could look that up. Let's look that up, actually. My fart can fill... Yeah, that's true. Okay. Tiny New York apartment rates. Okay, here. Tiny New York apartment rates for extreme single room or micro apartments often range from $650 to over $1,400 a month. Hey, French Invasion. No, I don't think he is. I think that's a bot. French Invasion, are you a bot? Are you a robot? My Lumia ain't working. Oh, it could be the buttons actually. But why would that have changed? Is it? Oh, you know what it might be? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Do 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 do. Yeah, I don't know why that is not working. Trying to figure out my freaking device here. Yeah. I think he's a bot though. I think some of these kick people with the check mark, right? Like they have automatic bot accounts that they like come in and just learn how to connect your WebSocket. What is that? That was weird. Still trying to figure out my freaking Stream Deck thing here. I don't know why it's not working. And I also don't know how to fix it, unfortunately. Nice. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, is it because I'm not logged in? I think that I would need to be logged in. Okay. This is just for Stream Decks. No. All right. Sorry, guys. I got sidetracked. I'll have to try and figure that out later. But let's just take a look at this. Wait.
In all of Manhattan.
Oh, God.
Welcome to my walk-in closet. Hey, Ollie, what's up?
What's up? What's up? This is your neighbor's dog?
Yeah, it's my neighbor's dog. Okay, I don't know why you're out in the hallway, but...
Come on,
okay,
Ollie.
let's go to the bathroom. Pretty spacious.
This is shared?
Private.
Oh.
So private. It's my own. So I have this one. My neighbor has this one.
Oh, so you have your own bathroom, but it's...
I mean, it's small.
It's nice.
But
This is her bathroom. Okay, hang on. What's that?
the fact that it's just yours, because we filmed ones before where it's a shared bathroom, that's sweet that this is just your space.
Exactly. So right through here.
So you've got 3 neighbors.
I have, yeah, 3 neighbors right here. And then welcome to the walk-in closet.
Everyone's seen the video before, and to see it, it's smaller in real life than on the video.
So I have the couch all the way to the wall.
Look
to
at
maximize
that.
as much living room space as possible.
I like how you have the New York red brick.
Yes.
I made a video once and someone's like, dude, that's just red brick. I'm like, no, man, that's
No.
New York red brick.
It's special.
You gotta romanticize it a little bit.
You do.
I do like also you have this side table here with 2 outlets built in and a USB.
So when I work from home, it's just nice to be able to convenience, right?
And then the living room couch actually turns into a bed, so you technically could have friends from out of town visit you if you wanted to, and you still have enough room to even open the refrigerator.
Oh,
The
classy.
space is truly utilized.
So your kitchen, do you cook here?
Wow.
But anytime I do, I have to store all plates and everything underneath here.
Can we see your refrigerator?
Yeah, it's messy.
It's not
She's
that messy.
little.
It's a tiny,
got
tiny
this
fridge.
That neighbor over there actually fixed
Is this like your apartment, Brazilla?
the stove multiple times because the burner wasn't working or it wasn't connected or something. But it's very New York where you kind of fix a few things first.
I feel like in a place like this, normally it'd be a hot plate. Like you'd have to buy a hot plate and put that there. So I guess we'll do like a clockwise look. So then behind us.
Behind us we have the storage where I keep all my podcast gear, and I tried to really just hone down on what do I need, what do I not need.
This came with the apartment, you said?
The TV came with the apartment. I can't bring a huge suitcase back here.
Oh, you couldn't even fit a checked bag in here. Let's get the tape measure.
Let's do it.
So across we have 82 inches.
110.
110?
That's literally a parking spot.
It's a parking spot. $650 a month.
I was curious the ceiling height because in the video I saw, I was like, oh wow, this is pretty low, but it's not that low. 6'8" ceiling height down here. That's not bad. I thought it was gonna be like 6'4"-ish. So I do have a question. Heat and cooling. Does this pump heat?
That is heat, actually, yes.
But it's good?
It's good. He chewed the swivel on it.
Wait, so you can't control it?
Ah, yes.
I don't know. I have to figure that out when it gets cold again.
The cool thing is you have a skylight.
Yes.
Let's look up here.
Oh, there's a skylight?
The ceilings are,
Oh, look at
9
that.
feet, and the air conditioner is
It'd be
actually
nice
in
if you
that
could
window,
actually
right?
see, but... Wait, you can go up?
Okay,
No.
so this is my skylight, and this is my air conditioner
okay.
unit.
So it's like a proper window air conditioner
wow.
unit just hooked into your skylight.
Ah. Okay, I will look that up here in a second.
That's the old one. This is the new one because the old one kind of cut out during the summer heat. I didn't know it had air conditioning in the summer. Yeah, it got really hot. And I was like, yo, I think this is illegal. I called my landlord.
Good boy. All right, the bed. I have to check it out. I'm gonna take my shoes off. Don't mind the smell. Here we go.
Mind the smell.
Ladder to. Oh my gosh. This is. Okay, this is a lot smaller than I thought it was. 1 foot 10 inches of head clearance up here. You don't get.
And there's water.
No.
Above us, that is your closet, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes, it's so hard to do with 2 people. See, this is why I can't have boys up here because it's just too hard. It's so cozy, yeah.
And this is a twin bed?
Full, twin,
Yeah,
something
full.
like
Because
that.
then you have the shelving area here, like computer,
Yeah.
books, all that.
Sometimes I'll even work up here if I'm really tired. Should we talk about the water leaking? The ceiling literally was caving in up here.
Oh, wow.
And I don't know, I guess just so much rain. So I had to call the maintenance guy, and I actually used tape all night, and I taped this little hole right here. And I woke up because water was dripping on me.
You were saying you live.
Is your apartment this big, or your little house that you showed me?
Luxury high rise, yeah.
And you downsized to this.
Yeah.
What was the main point behind that?
I just felt stuck at my apartment. I had a gym there, I had everything there, and it was so expensive to the point where I didn't have a lot of extra free money to just go and do whatever, and I wanted to invest more, and you feel obligated to be there all the time, and you feel obligated to show everyone what you have, which is awesome, but why the need?
$650 per month times 12. So that's $7,800 per year just for this place.
Yes.
You said you have a gym membership?
Oh, okay. It's 3 to 5 times bigger. Okay.
Yeah.
How much is your gym membership?
$340.
What? Her gym membership is $340 a month. Huh? Can't you go to Planet Fitness?
$340 a month for the gym membership. The average rent peaked at $5,000 a month, 60 grand per year, and you're paying just under $8.
It's $52,000 to invest, travel, literally do so much to get me further in life.
Damn. So you have a lot of neighbors. Can we check out someone else's unit here?
Of course.
Yeah, stay. Yo. Oh, stay. Oh, he sees the cat. He sees the cat. Nice to meet you, Eric.
Come on in.
Wow. This is beautiful. I'm gonna take my shoes off. It's very clean. Wow. Man, you have. This is so well done. What is the rent here?
$687, man.
$687?
Yeah.
For this?
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I was saying, because like in New York, they do the Times Square New Year's drop, and they always have Planet Fitness, like advertisements and hats. They give away glasses and stuff. So it's basically sponsored by Planet Fitness. And Planet Fitness, their like claim to fame was it was only like $10 a month. So I'm like, what gym is she going to?
Like, come in and check this out. Couch, street view.
My cat's up there somewhere too. I'm from East Tennessee, so this is like...
This is perfect.
Yeah, this is crazy.
If you're a freelancer, an artist, you can move here and make it happen.
I have one job. You just have to want it enough, man. This is my dream, so I made it happen.
So JR's mic actually cut out while he was giving the tour, so here's a quick little rundown of his space. Here's the view looking towards the front door, loft overhead with the ladder heading up. Here's a look up into that loft space featuring JR's cat. And his space was so well organized, he even had room for his bike in his New York City apartment, which is pretty rare. You have the coat rack right by the front door, and the kitchen actually had an induction cooktop, refrigerator with the microwave overhead. It faces south, so he had...
Yeah, this one's not bad, but again, like, what do you say, 680 per month?
A pretty awesome plant collection. Then he had his workstation storage here, which actually folds down to a nice little table for writing, eating, grinding coffee, or some other things, and that's that.
Okay, so yeah, that's the place. This is my bathroom. It's across the hall, super short. I do share it with the girl right there, but it's cool. She's so nice. This is it.
You know.
Look up. There's a nice skylight. When it rains, it's really nice too. It's got a tub. If you want to step in a little more to see it all. It's a little messy, but that's okay.
Would you still say it's worth it?
100%, because now you'll have these stories forever, and this is the gold part about moving to New York. I wouldn't have this in the luxury high-rise, and I think you appreciate moments like this.
New York City is a revolving
Do you,
door.
though?
It is not an easy place to live. That's why people come just as fast as they leave. Anything you want to do in this world, you can make happen in New York City with some hard work, determination, and a plan. And if this video shows you anything, I hope it shows you that yes, it is possible to move to New York City if you have a clear vision and are willing to put in the work. It is definitely possible. The possibility of a dream coming true is the only thing that...
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think I'd want to live like that.
Complex in Turkey is a textbook case of grand plans gone wrong. Built in a picturesque area, this vast development consists of hundreds of half-finished miniature castles, straight out of a fairy tale.
What?
The project was designed as a luxury resort for millionaires from the Middle East, and each castle was priced at $500,000. But luck turned on the investors. A sharp drop in oil prices cut into the income of potential buyers, and the financial crisis that followed caused the Turkish currency to crash.
Yeah.
Crash. The company behind the project went bankrupt, leaving the construction unfinished.
That's cool.
In the end, the castle stood empty and lifeless.
I'd live there.
China's urban villages are remnants of old rural settlements.
Oh, that's China? I thought that was India. I was about to say, are we going to see Brazil's place?
Tucked between modern skyscrapers.
Brazil.
They are mainly inhabited by migrant workers living in poverty and poor conditions. The streets are narrow, the apartment buildings are run down, and lighting is minimal. There are also constant problems with water supply, electricity, and sewage. These villages emerged during China's rapid urbanization, when state institutions
that is not up to code. Jesus.
failed to provide adequate housing for people
That looks like few people tapped into that.
moving in from the countryside.
Oh, that.
Petare is a massive slum in Caracas, Venezuela, home to around 30,000 people. Residents face unsanitary conditions and crime on a daily basis. At first glance, the idea of tourist tours through this area might seem absurd, but they provide income for locals.
Oh, okay.
Petare emerged as a result of an economic crisis that led to a sharp divide in society. The wealthy neighborhoods of Caracas are just meters away from the rundown plywood structures of the slums. The Shibuya Crossing in Tokyo is famous for its incredible pedestrian congestion. Opened in 1973, it allows several thousand people to cross the street at the same time. Viewed from above, it looks like a human ant colony. It has become a true attraction for both tourists and locals, and it often appears in films and TV shows. Residents of these houses in Naples live with constant noise, dirt, and an ever-present sense of danger. They endure car horns 24/7, the smell of exhaust fumes, and the vibrations from the massive viaduct structure overhead. Accidents happen regularly. Brackets break, cracks appear, and rainwater leaks into the buildings, damaging facades and seeping into apartments. For most residents, moving out isn't an option. Alternatives to living under the bridge are either too expensive or hard to come by. In 2023, piles of rotting garbage filled the streets of London. Sanitation workers went on strike after management rejected a proposed pay raise. Business owners were forced to dispose of trash themselves, spending large amounts of money in the process.
Wow. Nasty.
This building in Kudryava, Russia, is an urban nightmare. It's a massive structure with 35 entrances and 3,708 apartments. Inside the neighborhood, there are over 4,000 cars, and clearly not enough room for them. Almost all available space is taken up by parking, leaving only a few playgrounds. Sunlight only reaches the area for a short time each day, giving it a gloomy feel. It originally had a fenced perimeter, but keeping the gates closed turned out to be pointless, because every 10 seconds, someone is driving in or out anyway.
Wow.
The Vertical Forest in Milan is a residential complex made up of 2 towers, 110 and 76 meters high. As you might guess, they're covered in greenery, 900 trees, 5,000 shrubs, and 11,000 herbaceous plants. The total planted area spans 4 hectares.
Yeah.
Thanks to
I'm
this
sure
green
he's a
cover,
chill guy.
the complex improves
I've
the
been to
city's
his stream a couple
purifies the
times,
air,
but
regulates temperature, and boosts the area's biodiversity.
again, like I said, I don't know that he's actually
The State Tower is a unique
real.
skyscraper in Bangkok,
Like, he's not
standing
coming in here
247
saying all
meters
this
tall.
stuff.
It includes apartments, offices, shops, stores, and even 2 5-star hotels.
What is that building? Looks nice. It looks empty though. Yeah, it's an attention grab. Which again, I don't really appreciate. So I don't know, maybe I should just ban him. I just don't, because he's got the green check mark, so he's actually like verified. So I don't know. I don't want to, and again, if he's a chill guy, like I don't want to ban him, but I don't appreciate it. I have timed people out like that in the past, but okay. I'm gonna take another quick break. Okay. Oh, it's Back to the Future Mall. Let's go. I'm gonna take a quick break, real quick. Use the bathroom. I'll be right back. guys, we're back. Sorry that took so long. Ooh, squeak, squeak, squeak. Cat and Cooper are back. Cooper is like dead asleep right now. You okay, Coopy? He's all yawning. Yeah, he went to the park with me this morning, and then they went to another park, so he's tired. He's tired. But yeah, so we were gonna look up the Mumbai slums. Special request from Brozilla. Yes, he's had fun all day, and now he's tired. He came in and just like crashed on the couch. So take a look, shall we? Which video should we watch here? We got this one's 17 minutes. We can do that. The other one's like 40 minutes. It's just 3 months ago. This one's 2 years ago. This one's 3 months ago. So I guess we'll go with this one. This is India's largest slums. Deep inside India's biggest slum, the reality most tourists never get to see. Why would a tourist go to the slums of Mumbai?
Because they want video. How else are they going to take a video if they don't go there?
Touche. Yeah, this looks like literal hell. Hello.
Whoa, the wires.
That's not up to code, by the way. That is not. We're gonna have to pull a permit or something. Yeah, there's no. I don't think they have any fucking rules in India. No permits. No.
Are the taxes? That's what we care about.
Do you guys have taxes? Do they even have taxes? See, I would not even want to go here to shoot a video because I'd be afraid of getting lost and never coming back out. Like, you could get lost in here and then you're like stuck forever. It says they pay 5 to 18% based on income slabs. Is that so based on how much income you make? Yeah, not sure I'd be wanting to walk around with an expensive camera either. That's why all the kids are like, hi, hi. That dude's on a Nokia. Oh, we're really in the slums. Still rocking his Nokia. Just hammering away on whatever that was. Where's this guy going with a stack of jeans? Yeah, that's what they say. Death and taxes. The only two sure things in life. What is this guy doing? Has he ever backed that thing up? Like, ever? Yeah, it's no commentary. It's just this guy walking through the slums for 47 minutes. Oh, God. God, there's another one. Look at that truck, man. Like, good luck. What was he even hauling? Water barrels. Oh, this isn't even the slums? All right, let's go back. I want to see this one. This one's like interview.
Welcome to the biggest slum in India, Dharavi. In today's video, we are going deep inside this Mumbai slum, and we are going to discover together how they live, how they work, and how is life here. So
yeah,
back,
this
relax,
looks like
and
the
enjoy this
actual
video.
slums. I don't know what the that guy was like in the outskirts of the slums or something.
In today's video, we're going inside the biggest slum in India, which is called Dharavi here in Mumbai. It's very intense, but it's also very fascinating because this is the most productive slum in the world. I'm going to meet Ravi, which is a guy that lives actually in the slum, and he's gonna show me around. And yeah, I'll bring you with me. Let's begin this video. And you were telling me that you actually live inside the slum.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. All your life.
Well, I was born in the slum itself.
Right.
Oh my God, he was born in this.
I've been to India many times, but I have to be honest, I've never seen something like this. This is something different. The area of Dharavi is only 2.3 square kilometers, but in this area there are more than 2 million people living here. 1 million people actually are
2
registered, but there's another
million?
1 million people that live in Dharavi but they're not registered. And many of them actually live inside their workplace. I just began this tour and it's already shocking for me.
And as you said, people also live inside here.
What happens is that mostly they live in the shops itself.
Ah, inside.
Every sack which you see right here is actually filled with
That's a
plastics,
shop?
which is toys, electronics. These guys, they make the finished products out of plastic sheets. You see, this is how they slip. Here it's
So they actually live here inside the shop. That's crazy.
apron.
Apron. Yeah, made of plastic.
Made of plastic.
Ah, here is more food area. Right. Namaskar. Hi. This? Roti?
Chapati.
Chapati. All right.
So these guys, they make the frames for the luggage bag.
Okay. This is the final product. Luggage.
Let's go back to Italy.
Hello. Namaskar. So it's like a full production chain for the luggage. From the frame to the interior
Inner
there.
parts, outer parts.
Yeah.
And this is one of the local brand of India. So the retail price for this bag would be around 1200 rupees or something like that. 1200, 1300.
The slum of Dharavi is full of different kind of shops and factories, and people here, they work really hard. Many products are actually created from plastic trash, which is recycled, and the slum is hugely productive. They generate more than $1 billion per year.
And do you know what is like an average salary?
The average salary for a person here in commercial area, because it is quite toxic area, like 10 to 20,000.
Right.
Because the newcomers, they usually get like 10,000 rupees a month.
Okay.
Whereas if you're like a little experienced, then it might differ a
A
little.
little bit more.
Whereas the average salary for a person here in the city would be around 10 to 15,000 rupees a month. That would be the starting salary. So these people are actually saving money for the rent as well. You see, they're actually living at their workplaces.
Yeah, so they don't pay rent.
They don't pay the rent, so it is quite a money saving thing for them.
Yeah. And the city is expensive, no? Mumbai.
Mumbai is the most expensive city in India.
Wow.
We say that if you can live in Mumbai, you can live anywhere in India.
Shower time. It's crazy that these people work here, live here, sleep on the floor inside the shop. They take shower here. They do everything here.
They do everything.
This chapati or?
Yeah, this is roti.
Ah, roti.
Yeah, chapati with the oil or with the butter.
I love how he's dancing or he move like this.
It's not
Huh? Did it? Which one? The vertical? Both of them ended? There's some weird stuff going on.
But I like that he keep the rhythm. Looks like chocolate.
You already guessed it.
It's chocolate?
Yeah.
No way.
You believe me?
No.
Don't believe. It's not chocolate, I'm kidding. It's a soap.
Soap?
Yeah.
And this is the final product, right?
This is the final
That's
product.
it? Is it like a...
But when we cut down these bars, you can share. Yeah, this
Ah,
is
that
the
is,
bar.
yeah. Is it?
So one bar would cost you around 10 rupees according to the size. So it is of 10 rupees.
10 rupees each. This is like vegetarian bar soap. Ah, right. So then it becomes like this. And this is the final product over here. This is the bar. Alright, very interesting. So it's unbelievable how many different production they have here. How many different
Yeah, I was surprised at that too. Like they're making some pretty good stuff. It kind of sounds like it's just like New York. It's like the New York of India.
From plastic to bar soap, cooking food over here.
This is the pan patti.
What is that?
That is more of like
a drug almost.
Yeah, like a drug to relieve you from the pain is actually going through. Because they're actually doing this hard work, carrying like 40 kgs, 50 kgs of sacks every day.
It's like also for the pain.
Yeah.
Right. It like relaxes you.
Relaxes you. Yeah. So it is quite more of like relieving your brain. So whenever you smoke, you actually hit a dopamine, right?
Right.
That's what it's do.
Nice. Good, huh? Relax.
Relaxing your brain. Yeah.
Relax.
So because they chew these beta nuts too much, you see every person has got a very good jawline. Same like model.
Yeah, like a model. Man.
Yeah.
For sure. Like a big jawline. It's very sexy for the woman.
Yeah. So if woman likes jawline, come to Dharavi.
And this one, he will spit after?
Yeah, he will spit. You see all of these red spots all over?
Yeah.
Well, that's that thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah. Natural color. We call it as gutka.
Gutka.
Gutka, or else mostly people go with the pan.
I'm gonna try one of those. I always see it everywhere in India, but I never try. Good, good for the mind.
That's what is it? Well, I don't know the Indian names of it.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what it is.
Hit the whole thing.
So I just eat like this?
Yeah, they hit the whole thing.
And then chew it.
What is it? It's like garbage.
Chew. He's saying that until you won't chew it, then you won't get
He's
the
like struggling. Yeah, no, he's struggling. There, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, the taste is not so bad actually. I thought it was worse, but it's weird in the mouth, you know. Yeah. Now I understand why the Indian people spit so much, because if you eat this all the time, then you need to spit, and what comes out is red. Okay.
metal pipe.
The pipe, yeah, metal pipe for the drinking water that connects all the. So the slum has drinking water actually.
Yeah. So the pipe is very much well coated. So the water which flows inside of it is safe to drink.
Yeah.
For the locals, not for you.
Not for me. So they have to take shower, brush teeth, do everything, cooking.
Cooking as
they have
well.
everything.
But the water supply, it is only for like 3 hours a day.
Only 3 hours a day.
3 hours a day. Whereas they actually do all these water related work in those 3 hours, and they have to store the water for the later use.
That's ridiculous, dude. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, not for you.
Hey,
That's like what they say about Mexico too. They're like, don't drink the water. The locals will drink it, you know, because they're used to it.
Malo. Okay, I try?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys. Yeah, like that. It's quite hard.
Huh? Pretty much everywhere. Mexico, India,
a lot of dirt, a lot of trash. The smell also is really bad. But despite
America.
all of this, people continue living their life. Kids go to school. The adults, they work and they work really hard. It's such a powerful experience to witness all of this and to just observe life going on in a slum in India, in the biggest slum in India.
Oh God.
So in this area, the people all live inside the slum and the houses are pretty low, or they live in these massive condos. As you can see, they're super crowded.
Yeah.
Almost look like a prison.
Cash from trash.
Like this all around.
That's what I do.
The house is so close to each other that you can't even see the sunlight.
This is my son-in-law.
Yeah, son-in-law.
Hi, baby.
So this is your house. That's
Look at this little guy. He's so cute.
What would be the price of to buy a house like this here in the
Well,
slum?
so it depends upon the area.
Like a house like this, for example.
House like this would cost you around 10 lakhs or something like that, which would be around $10,000.
Right. And this house is like a ground floor and first floor?
Yes, sir. Ground floor and first floor, both.
So $10,000 you get the ground floor and then the
First floor, both.
All right. To rent it, for example? If you want to rent
the
for
average rent would be of 5,000 rupees a month.
5,000 rupees per month?
Only for a single room, whichever you want. So it is like ground floor, first floor and second floor. Both of the 3 floors, they have the different rents.
Who's that guy?
Especially put him in the YouTube.
Yeah? He's a criminal?
Yeah, he's a criminal. Or you know what his nickname is?
I don't know.
It's Obama.
Obama?
Yeah, he looks very much same like the president.
We have Barack Obama here. Hi, Barack. what they make here?
They're actually making oil lamps.
Oil lamps. Okay. Okay, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Another big business here in Dharavi is the pot business. So many people here work to make pots of different dimensions, small pots, big pots. It's like a full-on production in the middle of the slum. And they made it out of organic soil. This is the oven where they're making their pots.
There's the pots.
there are so many businesses here. This is pots made of organic soil. Then you have all the recycling plastic business. Then they have the clothing business, the leather business. Ah, this from Italy?
Cow. Leather of Italy are for good quality.
Yeah, good quality, yeah. Usually, how many hours they work per day?
They work like 12 hours a day.
12 hours a day?
Yes, sir.
7 days a week, or they have a day off?
6 days a week, but even if they have day off, they don't have much to do. So they mostly go with the half day for the week.
To get extra money also?
Yeah, they get like the extra money for the weekend.
Right. So this is the pants that they're making here for kids.
Oh, those are hideous.
There are so many businesses inside this lab, and they all generate a lot of revenue each year.
Those pants are hideous.
Namaskar. Now look at those narrow, super dark areas.
Oh,
You
that
don't
looks
even notice
scary
that
as
it's like a daytime. It looks like a nighttime. No lights, nothing. Bro, this is insane. I cannot see anything. Yeah. Oh, this is insane. Namaskar. It's super narrow, super dark. Namaskar. And people live here, you know. People actually live here.
Yeah,
Alright, guys, I'm
that's
going to end the
all
video here. This has been a very powerful
supply and
experience.
demand, right?
I've learned
You
a
buy
lot
a bunch
about
of
Arabic
pots
slab.
for
It's
real
fascinating to
cheap
see that
and
even
then
though they
sell
live in
them
very poor condition, extreme
for
condition,
expensive.
very
You
dirty
know?
condition as well, they are able to really work hard, focus, recycle a lot of materials, make a lot of business, make a lot of money each year. Unfortunately, most of those money, they don't stay inside the slum, but they just go outside and they go to other business people, other corporations. Again.
Oh, a cat.
Hello.
Hi guys.
What's your name?
My name is Aditya.
Aditya. Wow, you speak very good English.
Your name?
You learn English?
Yes.
Oh, very nice. My name is Gabi. Gabi. And your name?
Aditya.
Aditi. And your name? Ashita. Oh, nice to meet you.
Welcome to India.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Look at these little guys.
Hey, you, little one. But yeah, guys, it was a very eye-opening experience for me. After that, I went to a small restaurant inside the slum. Yeah, guys, I stopped here in a restaurant in Dharavi to eat something. I ordered dosa. Dosa is from South India. Kerala. Yeah, not from here. This is my dosa in the making.
Looks like a crepe.
Thank you, sir. It was a very simple restaurant, but such an authentic experience. And then I say goodbye to Ravi, which was excellent for me today because he really brought me to some areas that I would never seen by myself just because he lives there.
I'm actually proud to show my local area.
Yeah, man. If you guys want to come here and maybe check out the slum with Ravi, I'll put the link down below. He's part of a company that does this kind of tours, so I'll put the link down below. All right, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. But that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tour of Dharavi. Let me know in the comments down
Oh,
below.
you ate it all day, yes.
See you in the next video. Bye-bye.
Yes. Yeah, that's wild, man. I don't know if I could do it. Oh, excuse me, guys. Well, Brazilla, thank you for being here. I'm going to sign off. And Kat, Kat's right here. Thank you, Kat, for being here. And Kat. Kat's right here. Thank you for being here, Kat. Who else was here? Echo stopped in for a moment. James, the Gorilla Tag guy. And who's the other guy that was here earlier? I can't scroll up, but what was it? Hate your face. Hate your face. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the follow. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, guys. I'm a little tired. Gotta get a snack, maybe a nap, and till next time. It's been real. It's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun. No, I'm just kidding. It's been fun. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.